This is the Level Up Show, episode 12. Awesome. I'm Andrew. This is my co-host,
I'm Mike.
And this is Kristen. Producer Mark, brother Anthony.
Was he a monk? Wait, did I make that last week?
You said that last week.
God damn it!
That's just what I'm calling from now on.
Stuff.
But if you guys are just joining us for the first time, obviously, like I said, this is our 12th episode, but we are a gaming dedicated video stream. We discuss all the big gaming news from the previous week. We talk about what we've been playing. We do a topic of the week where you guys can call in. You guys can call in at any point, actually, during the news stories, or we'll go to the comment feed if that doesn't happen. But if you do want to contact us, please do on Skype, and please do an audio call, please, so you don't destroy our bandwidth. The Skype is...
Greg.
Like Greg. He's the only person that seems to do video calls still, but that's okay. But our Skype is the Level Up Show.
I want Greg to do a video one.
I'm surprised. Usually, I felt like we were like opening the show with Greg. It seemed like
Greg, call in.
Yeah, Greg, you're welcome to call in anyone. If you want to lead off the show with a good call, go ahead.
I feel like the show doesn't officially start until. Huh?
Ghost, you are welcome to bring in viewers if you want. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Obviously, we would love you to bring in viewers.
It's a private chat, hence why the invitation was sent out. You get your black level VIP party.
Okay, since this is a Valentine's Day themed show in the first place, with our topic of the week being the greatest love stories in video games, Kristen wants to show off her sparkly earrings that I got her.
You got me these ears for Valentine's Day.
These ears.
These ears?
Yeah, the ears. Yeah.
These ears are made
Swarovski crystal earrings.
What they'll do.
Awesome. If anyone wants to share their Valentine's Day stories, please do. But let's, if anything,
I'm pretty sure like half of the room would just be like, I sat at home, drank beer, and ate
yeah, unfortunately.
Hey man.
Let's not make it.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
I had a pretty good Valentine's
was at
Day.
work.
Was it alone or?
No, I was out with a buddy.
Okay, that's cool.
So
That could be a love story there.
Look at you.
Why are you guys whispering? Come on now.
Nothing.
All right.
Man,
Since it seems like our
I'll talk about it
theme
later.
for the beginning of the show is to talk about the movies we've seen. Has anyone seen any good movies this week?
I feel really bad for this. I just recently watched Pulp Fiction the other day.
Wow.
Wait, for
Holy
the first
crap.
time?
Yes, for the first time.
Get the first
Get out of here.
No, I'm not going to get out.
Now, did you not know?
I need to do my job.
Did you not know anything about it? Like,
I knew a lot about it just from jokes online and everything, and I'm like, okay, there's a lot of hype around this movie. I recently got Netflix, way overdue, and I'm like, hey, I'm bored a little bit on Saturday. Let's see what's on, and I popped Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet. And I
So
was like,
good though, isn't it?
Holy crap! Yeah, it's a
Now,
great
you've seen the other Tarantino movies though, right?
Yes.
So, where does that rank? This is actually interesting because I want to know where that ranks for you on Tarantino's list.
I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit more biased towards his newer work because I really enjoyed.
I feel like he's gotten better, but
I think he has gotten better because I really enjoyed Django. Kill
Inglourious
Bill was
Basterds.
pretty great. Inglourious Basterds was great, but Pulp Fiction, probably from his earlier stuff, is right up there.
Okay.
It's so hard because I don't not like any of his films, so it's like
yeah, they're all solid.
Which one do you like most? Well, it's
Right, they're all really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I was just curious, just because it's really weird.
I thought Django was pretty weak sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
all right. Well, we're getting a few questions. People want to know what we thought of The Walking Dead tonight. Better than last week.
I didn't think there was enough pudding.
Okay, not enough pudding. That's a travesty right there.
Yeah.
But more characters.
There's more characters, and more characters I cared about.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm probably one of the weird ones. I don't care about Michonne that much, and it's weird because I never even cared about her in the books. And I've been in the books for a
Yeah, I don't
while.
care.
She pissed me off for the longest time. I'm like, stop being such a hard ass.
Right, that's what I don't like about her, and I just can't stand that character. I have no problem with strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I just there's a limit where and then it just becomes your crazy uber bitch.
Just obnoxious.
I love Rick as a character, but it was more Carl.
The way they made him, the way they made Rick, I don't like, and Carl, the way they made him, I don't like either.
I understand what they're doing with Carl. Obviously, he's not supposed to be likable. But tonight we got Carol's return tonight.
Right, which I'm actually okay with her now. I hated her at the beginning of the series.
Oh, she grew a lot. Yeah,
and then she grew a lot. Daryl, who's
Daryl's always good.
And I'm really big on Glenn.
Baby.
Yeah,
always been Glenn.
Yeah, that was awesome at the end.
And I like Tyrese, and because he's like, I feel like he's like a pseudo, homage to a character that was in the books.
Yeah, the guy with the hammer from the comics is kind of similar.
Yeah. So I like him
this
a lot.
week was much better.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
definitely
again,
agree.
No pudding, so there was a little
no pudding. Jason agrees. Well, this was a better Walking Dead for sure. Hopefully they stick kind of I don't want them to jump around too much. Sometimes Game of Thrones had that problem as well, where it's like too many characters. It's like, oh my god, it's just too much going on.
I was surprised they had this many in this one.
This was a good balance.
I was like, when I saw it was Daryl, and I can't remember the girl's name. I was okay with that.
What is her name?
And then I was a little surprised to go that it went to Tyrese and the 3 girls, and then it went to...
and Tyrese has the baby.
Right.
Baby's okay, guys. Right. We can all calm down. The baby was not eaten. I didn't think they would go there.
Yeah.
You know what happens in the books, though, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, whoever wants to know. I'm just going to tell because it's pretty intense.
Fleecy, too. Welcome back, Fleecy. Thank you for a good call last week.
Basically, in the books, Lori is still alive in the prison when the governor attacks.
Yeah.
And when he's attacking, they have a sniper. And the sniper actually, while Lori's running with the baby, gets shot and it goes through her and kills the baby as well.
Wow.
That's
bad. Brutal.
And at that time, I literally was reading, I was like, I knew what was happening. I was like, no. And Katie was in the other room. She freaked out because she thought I freaked out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, no. And I threw the book down.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I
can do that. Yeah.
I only read up to the point where Shane died, and he died a lot earlier than he did.
Yeah, they kept him on longer.
Shane was gone within the first few
he died before they even left the camp.
Yeah. And
I like that they kept him longer on the show, actually.
Right. And the book is worth reading for anybody out there.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, and there's people that you can get it from. Philly Man Comics, I'm plugging. Philly Man Comics can get you that. But, yeah, you should definitely...
We are not sponsored by anyone, by the way.
No, we won't do that.
All right. Let's move on. Let's get into our big weekly update this week. Starting off, let me brighten my screen up here. I'm having a little trouble seeing. All right. Let's see. So, Watch Dogs. We were talking last week, remember that they were refusing to comment on the Wii U.
The Wii U.
It's a little better than it being canceled, but it is delayed past the Xbox One,
which still doesn't mean it's out of the water.
Oh no, it might be canceled.
And we were talking about this too. The way that they might very well do it. It's a little show more because
Mike is my Valentine, Kristen and Erie, Drew and the haircut.
Greg, I didn't get anything for Valentine's Day, and I'm feeling a little left out.
Is there something wrong with my haircut, Greg? Alright. Drew and the haircut. I did get a haircut, but that's really weird that you realized it. That's pretty crazy.
Bloody wants to get to the games.
We're at the games. We're talking to. We're going to the.
Are we talking about the Olympic Games? What are we talking about?
That username was Bloody Tampon.
Awesome username. But be more specific as to what games you want to talk about, because we could be talking about Olympic Games.
Let's go into the news a little bit. But yeah, so
this is what we normally do, guys. We go into our weekly stories. You guys can call on Skype and talk about the stories.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us or anything like that, please feel free to call in Skype, the Level Up Show. Just call on video calls.
So there's no official word on release date for Watch Dogs Wii U version, but the way I feel about this is it's bad. I feel like they're doing this as a way to save face. Pretty much they're doing this right now and saying, okay, it's delayed a few months past the Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One version, so everyone's like, okay, it's still coming.
Right.
And then by the time it releases, everyone is kind of playing it, and they're like, okay.
Or people like us are kind of like worried, like, what are they going to do? And it's probably just one of those things where they're just testing the waters. They're seeing how the Wii U is doing, and seeing if there's enough install base, and if it's worth it, they'll release it. And if not, they'll just be like.
But now, if they were to cancel it 2 to 3 months after it came out on all the other systems, people will be like, all right, well, I've already played it. It's not as big. If they were to announce right now
they're canceling it, it's going to be huge.
It'd be a shit.
It's already it's hyped. It's really hyped. So.
Yeah, so I think they might be playing people a little bit here, doing what's right from a PR perspective, and then you might see 2 months down the line, like maybe a month or two after all the other ones are released, they're like, we decided it's just not worth it for us, or something like that, and it's going to be like, oh, okay, I kind of saw it coming.
Right, yeah, exactly. Especially when, there's other news that I think we're talking about.
Whoa.
Oh, that's classy.
Wow, that is a
wow.
I'm not even going to mention what we're looking at.
No, Drew, what are you looking at right now?
Not looking at anything.
Can you imagine having to say what you're looking at?
Jason's asking how you
I saw that. My daughter's fine. She's in bed. I would assume at least.
Yeah. That was a few weeks ago that she was on the show, right?
Yeah, that was Super Bowl.
Yeah, she was funny though. That was a good little addition.
That was actually really entertaining.
Andrew, did you get the Titanfall beta?
I don't have an Xbox One, guys.
Yeah, or PC.
I know Ghost did, and I'll look forward to hearing from you, Ghost, a little later on what you think of it.
Yeah, Daryl wants to call in when we get to a second.
Definitely.
We can talk about that. Yeah, that would actually be an interesting thing.
Let's move on to the next story. This is something that kind of is continuing on and on, but once again, there's new stories of investors wanting Microsoft to kill the Xbox One. Specifically,
I almost even wanted to go on a rant for this.
After the NPD, it is a little concerning, but not so much. It's early. We'll get to that a little later on. I think we'll kind of merge those stories together a little bit. So let's wait until later on. We'll do the NPD at the very end because that's a big story.
Yeah.
Ubisoft announced they had did like their fiscal year kind of announcements,
and this was interesting to me because I didn't expect this at all.
So they're releasing 5 titles in financial year 2014. That ends in March of 2015. If you guys don't know, so here are the 5 games. They're The Crew,
which we knew,
Watch Dogs, Just Dance 2014, and then actually 2 completely unannounced titles. So that's the end of their announcements. Pretty much just tells us that Division.
We're not going to get Division, and I said that it's going to be the holiday of 15. That was my expectation for a while.
It's not happening before March of next year. That's the earliest it could possibly happen if this fiscal year report is to be believed. So yeah, don't expect that anytime soon. I don't think you should have in the first place. So it's okay.
Dean's checked in right now.
Greg, we're gonna get to you.
Sorry, I didn't have it open. I'm gonna call Greg back. Oh, what the heck is this? He sent a video message. I'm gonna call him.
Oh, it's a video message. It's probably so funny.
Right. Hey, let's give a shout out. Dean's watching right now. Drew.
Dean's watching? Welcome, Dean. Has he watched before?
I don't know how many he's watched, but.
Oh my God! Gregory!
It's a level of Joe. Mark's in a beanie. Megan's my Valentine. Kristen has the earring. Drew in the haircut. And Anthony's here.
Anthony's here.
Did you write that?
No, I literally joined the thing and my chat wasn't working, so I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do if they can't listen to me? So I'm like, let me make up a song. And as I'm going through looking at all of you, I'm like Mark in the beanie, obviously. I'm like Mike, please, our daughter, cough, cough, our daughter. I'm like Kristen, earrings, God rest your soul, have chocolate, proud of you. Anthony's drinking, and I was just surprised that he was here again. That's 2 weeks in a row, Anthony, proud of you. And is that creepy that I noticed that Drew got a haircut? Is that weird?
A little.
I love it.
I didn't even know that you got a haircut.
Yeah.
Is that something that happened?
It did. I just got a haircut like 2 days ago. So, Greg, you are very perceptive.
I'm trying to copy you. I'm growing out a chin strap just for you, Drew.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't really have a chin strap, but I'll take it.
No chin straps.
Yeah.
Chin straps are bad.
I don't know. That's what it looks like. Whatever. Don't judge me.
It's more just scruff is what I'm going for, I guess. You know?
All right, so we're rocking scruff. I'm trying to be your twin. That's not working.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty rough.
I got some rough stuff.
Before we let you go, as our opening call, is there anything you want to talk about gaming-wise, Greg?
Oh my God, Left Behind. Tell me we beat it.
I did, but we can't talk about too much. Mike didn't
okay,
play
wait,
it yet.
pause. Besides Left Behind, in real world talk, Ellen Page is a lesbian, so my dreams of marrying her have now come to an end.
No, you can get a gender change.
Yes.
Can you guys wait? I can probably afford this now.
Oh man, are we still announcing
that you? If I become Georgina, will you guys still be my friend?
Yes. Obviously, we'll still love you.
And then I can definitely be your Valentine.
I'll let you go just so your internet doesn't crash. Everybody else, I love you guys more than my life. And the song sounds better when I sing it, right, rather than writing it.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you for calling, Greg. You're the best.
You guys are my best friends.
All right.
We love you.
Love y'all.
Bye.
See, that's why the Level Up Show can't start before Greg calls in.
Greg's the best.
All right.
He's my best friend, so Level Up Show.
All right, guys. Skype is open. Greg, make sure.
Obviously, as you see.
Yeah. So if you guys want to call about any news stories, we were just talking about the Division. It's not coming out anytime soon. It's definitely not coming out until March of 2015.
More intriguing to me because it's coming. There's nothing new about that, really, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The more intriguing thing is we have 2 things coming out. Blue Gnosis, you just missed us giving you a ton of credit for your awesome song.
We used it once again, of course.
So it's going to be used every week.
And we know what we're going to give you, and we're going to give you very soon. So look forward to an email or of some kind or a private message. We'll get you your prize, if you want to call it that. And a big thank you.
I don't think we can get.
We're giving him strippers.
I don't think we can get. I don't think that's allowed.
You can do that through the internet.
I mean, do you want strippers?
We're delivering Kristen to your house.
Oh my God! Don't go there, Andrew.
Yo, our viewer count's gonna jump up like.
It actually just fell, but I don't know what that's all about.
They're trying to specify you.
All right.
Anyway, but no, the fact that there's 2 unannounced titles that we don't know what they are.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Which is weird because they have to be new IPs because I don't think there's anything else they could be working on.
It's probably Assassin's Creed.
You think so? You think
it's probably going to be
another
2
yearly Assassin's Creed?
I think it's going to be 2 different Assassin's Creeds because there's been rumors of them doing a last gen and a next gen. Or Splinter Cell,
Or could it be another Splinter Cell,
which would be cool.
Which would be great. I would love that. Or Far Cry.
It'll be 2 years at least,
Far
right?
Cry.
Or Far Cry.
Yeah.
Ubisoft has a solid.
They have a solid portfolio. I'm going to say at least one of those is probably going to be a new IP.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can say, and it probably isn't going to be anything huge either. It's probably
Watch Dogs is their new IP, but
yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
At least they're doing
the 2 unannounced titles, though, is the most intriguing news about that to me.
Okay, you know what we decided? Usually we set this segment aside right now to take calls, and you guys are welcome to call in, but so many people want to hear from us and have us acknowledge questions that we're going to go to the comment feed for a few minutes here. So what do people want to talk about? When is this gen coming out with more games? We
just said we have 3 right here that are coming out within the next coming months.
Watch Dogs will be here by summer.
You got Infamous in a few weeks.
Yeah, and that looks amazing.
And it's looking great. More greater and greater every time.
Yep.
We actually have a big game coming out. I think
Thief is another one. Jason just announced.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is the more and more I look at it, the more interested in it I am. I feel like it's not something I think we should treat that like Trolls or just not even pay attention to it. Thief is actually something I'm getting more and more interested in.
Did you watch the 15-minute gameplay video on IGN?
Not the full thing, but I've seen clips of it.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks. I mean, the whole concept of Thief. Have you ever played it before?
Yeah, well, the old ones, like
it's gonna follow
first.
Right, it's gonna follow that, but with more Assassin's Creed style stuff. So I feel like it could be a great game. It's just the fear that we have is how long it's been in development.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, that's another thing I really want to mention real quick. I don't see any questions exactly. How good?
Oh my god!
South Park Club.
It's looking amazing.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! And that's going to be. I think that's actually my most anticipated current gen title.
The comedy is solid.
Phenomenal.
Like laugh per minute.
And we got an official date. It went gold.
Like 30 seconds. It's just really
finally went gold. Yeah. March 4th, official.
Not just that though. The comedy's there, but it really the RPG battle system seems really old school turn-based awesomeness.
Yeah.
Really
so I'm going to take. We already saw.
Go ahead, DayZ still coming to PS4.
So we'll take. I still want to talk about this. So I actually really do want to. I'm gonna get. I don't know if you're gonna get it or not. But I'm definitely gonna get South Park.
100%.
Are you definitely gonna get it?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Getting it for sure. That won me over.
That's gonna be. Yeah, I'm done.
I was not going to get it.
I was always on the fence just because the idea behind it was so outrageous. Remember from the get-go, I even said I kind of want this game, and you were just like, it could be pretty bad.
Well, it was delayed for so long. There was a lot of
remember when we saw it at the E3? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
It was just kind of like a trailer though, with no like.
Right, but I was like, and you know how I get with trailers and everything. I want that. I want everything.
Yeah.
But
Butters is awesome, Greg.
Yeah,
Butters is my favorite character by far.
I heard.
Go ahead.
I heard that you can explore their closets and everything.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool. Like you'll find
homages.
Yeah, you'll find like a lot of homages, which give you things that you can apparently sell. I think there are things that you can sell and stuff like that. So that's I'm done.
It sounds like they really Trey Parker Mastone they really put their heart and soul into this. Like the show is in there for their entire 15 years or so now. You can find a lot of that.
Season 17.
Really in the game there.
We're in 17th season.
Really? Yeah. It really looks solid for sure.
Two questions. One was about the DayZ possibly coming to Xbox One.
It's going to come to Xbox One, it sounds like, and it's definitely coming to PS4.
I didn't hear that part.
They announced actually a way back that it was definitely coming to PS4. And now people are kind of pushing that to the side. There is still a chance maybe for Microsoft to try and maybe throw some money their way. But when they were asked a while back if DayZ was coming to PS4, they said yes. Right. Now, let's put this in perspective, that they're still in alpha. Like, this is a long ways off. Like, we might not get that until like mid next year or something.
15. Very well made. I'm fine with that.
Definitely.
I'm just really psyched to play that. And then Ghost Games asked something about Dying Light. Ghost Games said something about Dying Light.
Did Dying like it?
I watched a little.
Did it get pushed back?
Oh, I didn't see that.
You didn't?
No.
You know what's funny? We all know that I worked at GameStop. Woo!
Now you can say it because you're not there anymore.
It was actually a conversation that we had about that being pushed back, so we were trying to push it, get everybody, we want the people reserved, but then we were like, alright, go to these ones, and it was asked why we were getting off of Dying Light, and they said it was still up in the air, something was going on.
Yeah.
So, and then more I'm reading about, so.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
Also, another question. Jay Gons actually wants to know what the next PS Plus games are coming out for.
It's not officially announced. Europe has big rumors. One of them being Dead Nation. I think. Remember the? Yeah, it's pretty bizarre because it's announced as a PS4. PS Plus game rumored for next month, which could imply that we could be getting a Dead Nation port to PS4,
which is great and all, but I feel like that's kind of.
I'd rather see a new Dead Nation from Housemarque,
or just another game in general. I feel like there's kind of
that's
an easy way out.
So
which they also get the sticks. They get Shaft a couple times.
So. Well, they're getting a few games. I'm sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head. They're getting a few games that we in the U.S. got like a month or two ago.
Right.
But there's no official word on the U.S. PlayStation Plus games for next month yet. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to try and get to the comments every few stories from now on.
Comments.
But you guys are still welcome to call in. Don't forget. Remember Me is coming. That's right, Greg. Thanks for reminding.
I have two questions.
There's a lot of games
Why is the PS4 app not working? Someone wants to know.
I'm guessing you mean on the phone. That's still that's a brand new update. Maybe they don't have it like optimized yet.
For what, the live?
Yeah, live from PlayStation on the PlayStation app.
You can't get our show, even if you have an account, you can't get our show on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, through the app. You have to actually go to the website.
You mean the Twitch app? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Twitch app is weird when it comes to that. But he's talking about the PlayStation app, actually.
Yeah, I know. I knew what you meant.
I'm not sure. Yeah, what's going on?
The guy. I thought I said you. He said the guy at my GameStop is always mad. I thought he meant Mike.
Mike is often mad.
No, actually, I'm at GameStop. Well, no, I'm usually just insulting. I was just insulting people.
Yeah.
Working at GameStop was so fun for me because I just called people fucking retarded if they were being.
If they were like asking like these stupid ass questions.
Dude, I had a guy arguing with me that The Walking Dead Survival Instinct was a great game, and I said that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. I told him unless he gets something else a better choice, I'm not gonna tell him.
I'm not selling you this game.
I did that, and he laughed, and he went and got something else. It was awesome.
Okay, I need to interrupt again.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sergeant Suave. I did see that in here somewhere. It was apparently from a magazine. How could they contact you?
Oh, well, there's all these different methods right here. But if you want to contact us in the best way, like what you're talking about, I would probably do email. Yeah. Do the levelupshow@gmail.com. That's level spelled LVL though. It's abbreviated LVL. Mark, would you mind putting that in? That's Gmail. Yeah.
Oh, we did have to do level LVL for
Gmail? For Gmail we had to do LVL.
I thought it was full level.
No, I'm 100%.
What's it called? There was somebody else that asked something about
Halo.
Titanfall. Titanfall coming to PS4. That is 100%. Titanfall, the way it stands, is 100% exclusive to Microsoft.
The first game.
The first one. They haven't said anything about anything else, but the first one is 100% locked to Microsoft. So that will never.
It sounds like they're hopeful at Respawn to get the next one out on all platforms.
And
right
honestly,
now,
if you're into multiplayer style games, I'll tell you right now, there's a game that we're going to talk about later. That the more I'm ready. Did you read up on it?
No, I haven't.
What the hell, dude? I thought that.
Oh, okay. You're talking about definitely. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, what the hell?
Well, that's our new segment for this.
Right,
we'll
right. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna get to that.
I have something else to say. I want to shout out to Doc Holliday 122 because he said
shout out.
No, he said that this is the best of all game talk shows.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Thanks so much, man.
Appreciate that.
Glad you're enjoying it. And someone asked what day I'm on Don't Starve. I'm in the mid-60s now. I've taken a little bit of a break. There's been a lot of games to play. We'll talk about that later in our what you've been playing. But there's obviously Left Behind just came out. I beat that in one playthrough. I'll talk about that a little bit.
5 a.m.
I played it from 2 to 5 a.m. or actually from like 1 to 5 a.m.
No, it was from like 12 to 5.
Yeah, it was. I played it for a while. It was excellent, but I'll get to that later.
So I'm gonna get on to the rest of the news.
Before we go into our next 3 stories, I just want to say real quick, we have 81 people in here. Sorry, 77. We are the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated video stream talking about the biggest news stories from the previous week, talking about what we've been playing and topic of the week, which this week is the greatest love stories in games. But also, if you want to add us, please do. Heart us on Twitch, add us on Twitter, add us on Facebook, and please add me and Mike on PSN, and we'll talk.
Ask anybody in the chat. We'll talk to you during the week on Twitter. Yeah, we have tons of our fans that actually talk to us.
We have so much free time.
Not exactly, but we love talking to you guys.
Not true at all, but I will go out of my way to talk to you. Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw the one time we got a message on Twitter. I answered right away, and you didn't know we answered right away. Yeah. So you answered as well.
Yeah. Which it sounds like is good thing is happening is they're going to start putting our names next to who's posting on Facebook at least, because we have a few admins obviously on Facebook and we all post under Level Up Shows, so it's a little confusing who's posting what. But Facebook is adding a little descriptor saying which person posted that, so it'll say Andrew or Mike, so that's good. So let's move on to our next 3 stories before we go into another call segment. 60% of PlayStation 4 owners own a Vita.
That's pretty intense. That is a number that we're going to find out how many they're at. Yeah. That's a huge number. And then this bundle coming out is going to be even, oh my god.
We got the PlayStation Vita Slim coming.
With Borderlands, did you put that in the news?
That's the next story. Okay. Let's get to it right now. We'll merge these together.
Yeah, merge them together.
PlayStation Vita Slim coming to North America, bundled with Borderlands 2 with all the DLC content for $199.
That's awesome.
Awesome deal.
And it's not even just Borderlands 2, it's Borderlands 2, the game of the year. Like, you're getting all the DLC that came out for it.
And obviously, Mike loves Borderlands 2.
And I'm actually debating getting this. And I'm like,
it'd be a great game to have on the go.
I played it on the Xbox until like level 45. I'm playing it, me and Greg played it a couple times, and I played it with, Pete, and I'm playing it again on the PS3, and I'm at like level 22. am I really going to get it and play it? And I think I very well may. I think I might actually get it and play it again. I don't know.
I think that was I think that's a great deal. And remember, I kind of said you were kind of thinking maybe it'd be 160. This is more what I was expecting. Under 99 with a bundle game.
I agreed with you in this. Yeah,
but this is still a great deal
because the game itself is going to be what, 35?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right. So you figure it is exactly almost what I said.
Yep, exactly.
160.
Just a little bit different way of doing it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. But they just want to get more money.
To people wanting to ask questions, what I would say is maybe wait for us to get into our comment call segments that we do after 3 stories, and then we'll be focused on you guys and we'll answer your questions. Dark Souls is rated teen,
which is weird.
2. Dark Souls 2 is rated teen.
That's it?
Yeah.
Right. So that kind of
is that a little worrying to you?
That's to me, and I think no.
How much is the bundle?
The bundle's 199, guys.
I guess a little bit, just because the game can be kind of gory, but
the monster designs are really grotesque.
But you know, at the same
sometimes
time,
yes. But the thing is, it's not like overtly sexual, and it's not overtly gory. It's just really tough.
What happened there?
I forgot. I wanted to bring up a topic of the week that I was, and this is actually forming into it. You know, the rating system that we have.
Okay, let's save that for another week. We got a topic this week.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I think anyway. Back onto Dark Souls 2, I guess. I think it still can be good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's automatically like, oh, teen rating, it's going to suck, but it's a little worrisome, and I'm wondering if the developers are kind of like pulling back and saying like, hey, this has gained some popularity, maybe we can make it and tailor it for a wider audience.
If they are doing that, I think that's poor judgment on their part, because really, mature titles do just as well as teen titles anymore. The gaming population, I think on average is 17 or older, especially PS4, Xbox One.
I would say it's probably about 14 and older at this point.
Maybe if we're including Wii U.
You gotta remember, 14 is going to be freshmen in high school, who a lot of them are really into it.
I feel like Xbox 360 and PS3, especially PS4 and Xbox One, because they're new and they're expensive, I think you probably get a little bit of an older age group there.
You would be. I'm telling you right now, you're probably very wrong.
Maybe, but
I think.
But
so.
I think
seeing people that come in.
I think what I'm more saying more than anything else is it being mature is not going to stop 14-year-olds from playing.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. Anyway.
They still
right. It's not
hands.
the age thing that really matters. It has nothing to do with it. Yeah, that's
okay, so that was our 3 stories. So we're going to go to the comments, or call us, please, on Skype at The Level Up Show. Talk about any of the 6 news stories that we've discussed so far. Greg Verger, Crow Outlast makes me poop and cry, and Drew taunts me.
What?
It's a scary game. I'll be honest, I haven't played it again this week, but it is pretty terrifying.
Have you guys recorded anything of Kristen playing?
I did, but unfortunately we tried doing it with the mic attached to the controller, and it just didn't work out that well. So
I don't get scared, though.
The next time we play, you got scared a few times.
The first time I got scared.
That's not nearly as entertaining than it. That's what I really want
No, the first time I got really scared.
Yeah,
you
did.
This right there?
Yeah, sure.
The first time I played Outlast, he told me like where to go and stuff, because I'm not good at that.
Right.
And then after
I can't sleep if I play it. Well, that's what Drew, you said. Your comment was like, we just played Outlast, so I guess we're gonna go have nightmares now. Like,
yeah, we were both like kind of on edge after that. We were just like, oh, all right, I think we need to stop. Like that was. Oh, we're at 104.
We are. I'm not taking part.
I don't know why we do that.
I don't know why you do that, but that's not my thing.
104.
Once we pass 100, we do a little sound. Jason, will Gone Home come to PlayStation 4? I hope so. Not that I need it to anymore, because I played it on the PC on Steam. But that game is so damn good that I would love to see it come to PlayStation 4, just so more people have access to it. Very short game, but it's an experience, and really I think it's something everyone should play, because it really kind of changes the medium in a lot of ways as far as storytelling goes, and just not even just like how the story is told, but also the story that it is telling. It's a very grounded, personal story that you don't often see in video games. It's not outlandish or supernatural or crazy in any way. It's just a grounded, human, personal story told in a really great way.
I saw your picture that you posted on Facebook from
that's
actually pretty cool.
Really cool tie-in. He's talking about Left Behind. You're in a mall, obviously, in the game, and they have a little Facebook connection where when you go into a photo booth, you can take pictures with Riley, and you can do the poses that you want to do, and then uploads it to Facebook. What was really cool about it, I shouldn't be talking about this yet, but no, I'm not trying to spoil it, it's just because it's what you've been playing. But they're doing all this stuff, and they're taking it, and then it says like, do you want to upload this to Facebook? And they're like, what's Facebook? And they're like, you have them click on it, and it's like, enter your login information. They're like, they enter in like raunchy like stuff as their username and password, just like for the hell of it. And then it's like, internet connection required. And they're like, what the hell is that mean? They start punching it and stuff, and then it like breaks, and they're like, I think we broke it. Like, it's pretty funny. It was a really cool moment. That game has a ton of cool moments. Thank you for all the friend requests.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch
few already.
And we usually, everybody else will know, we'll go on and add everybody.
Right after the show ends, guys, if you send us messages or if you friend request us, I will go on right after the show ends and I will add.
We really like getting the messages though. When you add the friend request, that's actually kind of
if you guys can include a little message after when you're doing a friend request,
personal.
we love seeing that. That makes us feel good.
Questions.
Hold on, I got two of them because I saw the one that you're gonna bring up anyway.
Yeah.
Now I forgot the first one, but Daryl was saying about how he has 75 gigs left of storage space.
Well, on his Xbox One.
On his Xbox.
Yeah,
running out.
That I kind of knew was going to happen. I've told tons of people when you get the new systems, you're probably going to want to upgrade to a bigger hard drive. Not that it's really easy on Xbox One.
I called Matt. I saw he called us. I must have missed it. So Matt, I'm calling you right now.
There's another one like right below him, I think. So.
Hey guys.
Hey Matt, sorry I missed your call. So I called you back.
It's alright.
Hey.
Cool.
How you doing, man? What's up?
Good. I actually got a story that I got some news I found last week.
Sure. Go ahead, man. Go right into it.
You all know about this game Shinji Mikami is working on called Evil Within, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I heard that it's coming out this August on the 29th.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yep. Yeah, and I've seen game trailers of it, and it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a third-person perspective, which is a little bit of a change of pace for these horror games. You keep seeing them in the first-person perspective.
It has a very Resident Evil style.
Yeah, I like that it's third-person.
I think it's gonna because the controls are probably gonna be not. I don't want to say clunky, but clunkier than a first-person. Yeah. So that's gonna add, I think, to the excitement and the tension, which is what I loved about Resident Evil.
And obviously Shinji Mikami is just a master of the survival genre.
Yeah.
I think the game looks really good. It's coming out a little later than I actually expected.
I guess because I was expecting summertime.
I was expecting, it's still summer, but I was expecting more like June. But but still this year, so that's awesome. You looking forward to it, Matt?
Yeah. I'm going to look into it myself when it comes out.
Definitely. Great. Awesome, man. Yeah. All right, man, we're going to get back into the news stories, move on to our next segment, but thank you for calling.
All right, you too. Let me guess.
All right, see you.
Hold on. 8th time I called?
This is at least 8th time.
Yeah, probably.
We probably are above 10, man.
Yeah, me too. All
right, man. All right. Thanks for calling.
Bye, Matt.
All right. Bye.
They were asking about Lord of Shadow 2, if anybody's getting it. I know you have no interest.
No,
you never played
didn't review well.
No, I kind of avoided the reviews because I actually want to try it myself. But I like the original.
Blue Ink Nose supposed to talk about hair loss.
Oh, man.
I could go on for hours about that one.
Yeah. Not that I'm losing hair, but I can tell my hair has thinned a little bit, since I was like 18.
Is it receding?
It's receding a little bit.
I would say, who do you think is worse, Miriam? I think it's equal.
Mark wears the beanie, so let's just refuse to acknowledge his hair loss.
Mark with the beanie.
Yeah.
Greg, you are not balding, you liar.
Mine's receding a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Oh my god. And then have problems. Oh, I don't even want to hear about it. Your problems aren't problems.
Alright, guys, we're going to move on to our next news story segment here. So, Square Enix finally gives a few updates on Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to read these quotes off. This is from Katasi. We can't give too much information, but certainly looking at Final Fantasy 15, it's not as if it's in competition with Kingdom Hearts 3 for resources or anything like that. It's quite far in development, and it is being given a very high priority within the company itself, but that doesn't mean Kingdom Hearts isn't. Obviously, I think we all know Final Fantasy 15 is much further along than Kingdom Hearts. It's always nice to hear a little bit of an update on Final Fantasy 15, though, just because I think people are so fearful of that game going away. It's like, we need constant updates. It's like, let us know that this exists.
Right, because it disappeared for so long with nothing known about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that... what do we got? We got GDC coming up, and then E3.
That's what, a month we said?
Yeah, it's next month, March 20th or something like that. Hopefully we can find something there. We need some more Final Fantasy 15. I think, well, you know what, Final Fantasy 14
is not usually a big one for those types of games.
Did you want to say something more?
Well, we had a question from GFN21. What is the worst game you guys have ever played?
I think I saw that question. I was trying to think of what it was.
Superman 64.
I did play Superman 64, but I was young enough at the time to not realize it was terrible.
I realized how terrible it was.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
There was a couple games I played that
everything about
were like PS2 games, PS3 games that in Xbox games I said were.
I hate saying this. I sometimes do, but my mom got me this game for PS2, and it was really nice of her because it was one of those times where she just got me a random game for no reason. And you get that when you're like really young.
Yeah.
But I was like 13 or 14 at the time, so I was like, oh, that was really nice of you to give me like a game for no reason, just out of nowhere. It was called Orphan. For PlayStation 2, and it was an RPG, and it just was...
It was awful.
It was terrible.
See, the one Christmas, this is before anybody knew what it was. This is when it was brand new. I got it's called Legend of Dragoon.
Oh,
for Christmas.
That's awesome.
But no one knew that.
No, yeah,
and at the age we were at the time, if it wasn't Final Fantasy, and RPG sucked.
Yeah,
for the most part, So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking awful. So I didn't play it for weeks.
Really?
I finally played it, and I was like, this is amazing.
I rented that at Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I honestly don't remember. There's been a lot of games. I tend to actually, just like TV shows and stuff like that, if it's bad, I just forget that I played it.
Yeah.
And then something will remind me of it, be like, ah.
I thought Pokemon Snap was pretty awful.
Pokemon? Oh, what?
Get the
Oh my
fuck
god!
out of here.
Get out!
Yeah, leave.
Get out of here!
Why is it bad? Can you imagine a Wii U version of Pokemon Snap?
I would love it.
Oh my god! It's like
It's Strike 2 tonight.
No,
dude, that's twice tonight.
Give me 2
You have
seconds.
one more.
Give me 2 seconds. It was fun.
It was short. I know.
One,
Short.
two.
It
Get
was
out.
so short. It took you forever to get your hands on it, and it lasted like 5 seconds.
It was short.
It
yes.
doesn't matter.
What
The
was
free
the-
art value. It's amazing.
It was such a good game.
And there's so many different little hidden things that you could go back
No,
and
I mean,
didn't
it
know
was,
about.
yeah, I shouldn't say it was the worst game. It was,
You're right.
It was,
If you go through all the different
was a lot
areas
of
and take
fun.
pictures of what they tell you to do, you're right. It's short. But if you
That's-
go through and get the right
I
things,
think
like
that-
throw the apple and lead out the
Find
lure,
Charizard.
and, right, and like
I think
throw it into
my
the
problem was
volcano.
with it is that it was so much fun and it ended so fast. It was like,
Yeah,
really?
short but sweet.
It's like,
But I'm gonna pretend that never happened.
I'm gonna say hate Sherlock 2 because it's short.
All right.
Sherlock?
We're pretending this didn't happen. Pokemon Snap is amazing. Let's
Look at
move
the
on.
rage in his eyes.
He doesn't know what Sherlock is.
Sherlock Holmes?
Strike 3.
Hey, get out.
Strike 3.
Sherlock Holmes? I don't watch
I hate
Sherlock.
you.
I don't
hate
watch
you so
it.
much.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on. All right. Hideo Kojima continues to praise the PS4. He said, I think between the home consoles available in the domestic market, the PS4 is the best. It's also excellent for graphics, being able to render 1080p at 60 frames per second with room to spare. Since it does it a little better than other hardware, the image quality of the PS4 is most beautiful. It's the closest to the photorealistic quality we are going at. Also, I wanted to add on to this. He also mentioned that the game used to have an 80s filter.
Yeah, I saw that.
They ended up removing it because it actually destroyed the resources so much that it slowed down the game, and they removed it.
I don't know if I feel like that would be really cool, and I think that would be kind of a cool mod if you can add it on
and it makes
maybe like a
the game
DLC patch or something.
Downloadable content.
So Super Sosa said thank you for the comment, but for that you did for YouTube.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
But did you see what Noble Gamer said? That's actually
I did a YouTube video on
Terminator Salvation. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was a movie tie-in game, right?
Yeah, and that was awful.
Yeah.
No shock. That was awful.
I mean, no
They're
shock.
all
But,
awful.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily true. There are some tie-in games. South Park.
Licensed games are getting better.
Games are getting
for sure.
better right now.
Yeah.
So also South Park had however many years.
And lastly, this is a little bit anecdotal, I want to say, but there are some tweets from people that are playing Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes.
Yeah.
Here are some of the tweets. The PS4 versions of Ground Zeroes is gorgeous, quite a lot better looking than the Xbox One version too. Controversy. The next tweet is, get Ground Zeroes on PS4, not Xbox One. Way better visuals, frame rate, everything. So, people are...
I don't think that's really that surprising, and I think they
even Hideo Kojima saying.
Right, saying that, there's more technology in there, it gives a slight advantage.
If you guys are looking for Ground Zeroes and you're willing to, put down the $30 or $40, it sounds like it's going to be a better game on PS4.
Aaron, A-White Aaron, because what's a Wii U?
What's a Wii U? What is a Wii U?
I think Ubisoft is not really sure what a Wii U is right now either.
Maybe it's a wild Pokemon or something. I need to catch a Pokemon Snap. Okay, last news story of this segment. MLB 14.
Greg doesn't like Pokemon Snap.
He's just saying that.
Greg.
Greg, why would you say that?
Greg.
You know we love you.
I don't want to be your Valentine anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to people looking for this information, MLB The Show does have a release date. It's
Yes.
coming to PS3 and the Vita on April 1st, and it's coming to PS4 in May. So it's a little bit of a delay on the PS4 version, but it sounds like it might be worth it. People that have seen the PS4 version, they're under embargo right now, but they're going wild about it. Like, people are going nuts on how great this game looks on PS4.
Yeah.
They completely redid it on PS4. All the stadiums, all the models, the hair. Like, every beard has like 1,000 individual hairs. There's 300 or 400 people in the crowd instead of like 40, and they're going to up that to 3,000 next year, supposedly. Wow. So they're on their way to really improving this game.
I mean, the system has the technology to push it. So.
Yeah, definitely. So I think if you're looking forward to
this, if you have a PS4, this is very likely a big thing for you because you want to play the show. I mean, you even like the show, and you don't like sports games much.
Yeah, you know, that was such a photorealistic take on the sport, and just the presentation, the road to the show mode, the campaign is just awesome. Just a really great game.
You know what I forgot to ask you, because the road to the show is a big thing for crossover with Vita. You can take your road,
and you can do that with PS3, Vita, and PS4.
What do you think it's going to be with Borderlands? Do you think it's going to be tie-in with people that play it on the PS3?
It is cross-play, from what I heard.
So if I'm playing on my Vita, I can play with, let's say, Greg or Peter?
That's what I heard, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, and definitely cross-save. You can
so if I have so my PS3 character can go back over onto the Vita when I bring it up?
Yes. Yes.
I'm definitely getting it then.
Yeah, they're doing some good things with that series on Vita.
Love it.
So we're into our next call segment, guys. You guys are welcome to call in. It is the Level Up Show on Skype.
Skype us. Joe actually pay attention to the Skype thing to see when you call.
Let's make sure this is on. Yep, it's on.
It's on. It's just if you're on.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little weird. Sometimes it doesn't make noise.
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brings me back. So let's see. What do we got in the comments? Come on, guys. Give us some questions.
I'm not really sure what Streamcast is talking about.
We got some
Dutch Godzilla.
Different languages.
I can't read. I'm sorry.
Your show is something ballback. Not sure what that means.
Great.
But thank you.
Thanks.
Could be good or bad. I'm going to take that as a positive.
Yeah, I'm going to take it as a positive. I'm going to go with it.
Old ye ball bag.
Old ye ball bag.
I bought a vacuum today.
Hey, Kristen, have you seen any good shows or movies lately?
Wait, I want to talk about my new printer.
Not at all the question you asked, but let's go.
I got a printer today.
And a new vacuum, too, don't forget.
And a vacuum. Let me talk about the printer
Which one did you get?
It's one that like swivels and has like a little ball.
Oh, you got
Hoover.
You got the.
It's a Hoover one. It is a Hoover. Yeah.
So what was it, like 200 something like that?
No, I got it at Kohl's and I got 30% off and $30 in Kohl's cash.
Yeah. So she got a deal on it. So it was like $225 and she got it for like $150.
All right, because I need to get a new one.
Yeah.
I'd go to Kohl's. You can use our 30% off coupon.
Oh, thank you.
We are not sponsored by Kohl's.
I also got a printer today that copies. It scans, it prints in color and black and white and magenta and everything.
You gotta make sure they know it's in color because it's
and
not 1994.
And it prints in magenta.
Greg is the one that asked.
Rad Cool Shooter, this is a gaming dedicated video stream discussing the big news stories from this week, what we've been playing, and a topic of the week, which this week is the greatest love stories in games.
You know
I did get a printer.
Goddamn Batman.
Yeah, goddamn Batman, where are you, man?
What the hell is he?
Come back.
So we did get a question from.
We got a bunch of questions.
Everyone wants to know about Minecraft.
Armadillo wants to know about the Order 1886 and what do you?
It sounds like it's going to be fall. Yeah,
Right.
it's embargo is lifting very shortly,
Yeah.
and you're going to get a lot of new gameplay footage. People were raving about it at the event that happened this past week, and they're dying to talk about it. Sounds so. Really look forward to that. But it sounds like it's going to be winter, fall. So it's not holiday. That kind of means more like September, October to me.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking.
Oh, is this the one that we bet on? What day it was coming?
No, that was Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want to bet on this one too?
We can do that.
Nah,
I'm gonna say October 20th.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
Is that really a Tuesday? Wait, I have no idea.
All right, you know, we already did a date bet. Let's do another one. Does Mike have a PS4
Oh, I found
yet?
it.
No, he does not.
Within the next coming weeks. By the way, we should do more bets on the show that have consequences on the show. I found these awesome, ridiculously bright pink golf shorts.
Okay.
And they're like $6 at Kohl's. I'm gonna grab them tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
so
just Twitter.
people want to know about this Minecraft leaked photos.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see that,
I
actually.
apologize to everybody. I don't follow Minecraft. It's not a huge thing to me. But leaked photos for what? Where are the leaked photos for? Like a new Minecraft or for a new system? I don't know what we're talking.
Yeah, let us know what you're talking about, and we'll maybe look it up.
I'll be more than happy to look into it. Heck, I'm sure Mark could even look into it.
What about Daylight? This will be our last question before we move on.
Or
Daylight. No, Daylight. Daylight is a little different than Dying
Which one's
Light.
Daylight?
Daylight is the one that's a procedurally generated survival horror game.
Okay, all right, I know you're talking about.
And you go around with like this phone and you hold it up and Hey Daryl, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Hey, Daryl.
I think I know what you want to talk about.
Yeah, am I allowed to talk about it yet?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's talk about Titanfall.
Alright, well, Titanfall, I actually played the beta on PC and Xbox One.
Okay.
Wait, both. Okay, cool.
And surprisingly, the graphics just don't look next gen.
No, it doesn't. I agree with that. It's Source Engine.
I can see that happening. You gotta remember how many years this game was in development for.
You know, they're going for
Yeah.
fluid, 60 frames per second, really energetic, and Source Engine is really good for that. It doesn't have the best
when
graphics.
Weston Zampella left to create Respawn, that was back. Well, that was Modern Warfare right after Modern Warfare 2. So that was what 2009. So they didn't have it. They didn't have a next gen console in their hands till what? Late 2011.
Yeah.
I think it was like October 2011. So they've only had the system for. So all the architecture was made on a PS, on an Xbox 360 or a PC. So
Let's say Lee Bourne or something like that is calling us. We will call you back right after this. Just let us finish our call with Daryl here. So what do you think about it? Is it just Call of Duty with mechs? What's going on?
It actually, I mean, it does feel like Call of Duty with mechs, it really does, but it's just something a little bit different that I think people are going to enjoy. There's just like enough difference there for people I think will enjoy.
what do you think about that AI? The AI is really what I'm intrigued.
Yeah, the
about.
AI bots.
Oh, they're horrible.
Okay.
Really?
That's what
I can stand there in front of them and they sometimes they don't even shoot at you. They just stare at you.
No,
Well, that could be fixed because it's only a beta.
No, but I think there is a little bit of a method to the madness here.
Right.
I think what they're doing is they want the people that are coming in that don't know how to play these games really well to feel like they're doing well. And
Right.
the way they can do well is just go around and kill AI bots.
Right.
And you'll rack up 10, 20 kills doing that.
Right.
And you'll help out your team. But you'll be kind of taking the easy way out.
Have you seen the 74 clips or whatever that IGN posted for
No, I didn't.
Titanfall? They had a 4-minute thing where they posted all these clips. One of the cool things was this guy called in a Titan, and it came in down right on an enemy Titan. He got an achievement for it. So that was actually pretty cool.
Oh, really?
That's an achievement. I don't know if you know.
I do love the ejection from the
That's pretty
map.
cool, yeah.
And then being able to shoot down at other ones while you're
Oh
up
my
in the
God,
air.
it's awesome.
It does look cool. Now, what about the wall running, the double jump? Does that add a little something?
Yeah, and it's actually, I'm really surprised. The beta runs pretty smooth.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I'm really surprised for a beta,
Nice.
Now it's a 6v6. Does that feel right? Does it feel like they really did their research with that?
Yeah, they did pretty good. Obviously, if they didn't have the little bots running around, it wouldn't be right.
Right. 6v6 on that type of map would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so are you able to hang from the walls, or is it just you're able to?
Yeah, you can actually hang from the
So
wall.
that's actually pretty cool. It's like you can just hang there and shoot down. So you could just be hidden somewhere and just. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
You know, Daryl, we're getting a lot of calls. You mind if we maybe talk to you a little bit later?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right, man.
Great, thanks, man.
Thanks for calling, man.
Oh, no problem.
You know, I want to take
I'm going
to call back Lee Bourne first. We don't usually get Skype calls, so I want to call these back.
Right.
Okay, Jason's calling again. We'll take Jason first.
Jason!
Hey, Jason, how you doing, man?
What is happening?
Oh my
Yeah!
He's excited!
Oh,
Oh my God! No, wait. Is this Celtics fan? I don't know.
He was very excited.
Okay, I don't think that was Celtics fan. I don't think so.
That didn't sound like him at all.
I'm gonna call back Lee Bourne.
Like Born Identity?
I'm not sure if that's a name or what. Let's see if he picks up.
Born Identity. Yeah, I do love cheese.
Everybody loves cheese.
Hello?
You.
Hey, Lean. Sorry we couldn't take your call earlier. We were taking another call, but welcome to the Level Up Show.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, man? What do you want to talk about?
Anything?
Anything?
Anything. Okay, well, let's first maybe. Do you have access to the Titanfall beta by chance?
No.
Nah. Are you looking forward to Titanfall at all since we're on that subject?
But I don't have an Xbox.
Okay. Are you a PS4 guy?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. Now, what do you have on PS4?
FIFA.
FIFA. Okay.
FIFA 14.
FIFA 14. Is that the only game you got?
Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty. Okay, cool. You might be looking forward to Titanfall if you were to get an Xbox One then, but yeah, I mean, more of a PS4 guy. I'm
You
okay with
excited
that.
for Infamous?
Yeah,
You got
Infamous
Infamous in a month.
Yeah, that's a big one.
What
It could,
What was that?
almost, I think he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Infamous is probably the best looking
really psyched for
game in
that
the future. Thanks for calling late, or us calling you, I guess.
Yeah, well,
he called it first.
I think he was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be nervous, guys. We're just normal people.
We don't bite.
Yeah, we don't bite.
Or we.
No, don't do it!
But thanks for taking the courage to call us late.
You have any idea what that would do to the comment section if you did that?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Okay. Who's dodged the
exactly what I'm
landmine?
talking about.
My God.
Okay, I have to like censor myself all the time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for all the calls. We're gonna move on to our next story segment.
Say shit, and then you
No, I don't. I laugh.
All right.
You get-
I laugh. You get PO'd.
You guys ready or not?
Wait,
All
is
right.
Batman here?
No,
Wait.
he's not. He's not
Oh.
here.
Let's talk about the Nintendo Direct that happened
Yes.
this week.
Which I didn't watch at all. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So let's
I'm
start.
busy.
We'll just go through all the news. Mario Kart 8 has a release date. It is May 30th.
Which is quicker than I thought it was going to
Yep, looks really good.
be. Right?
After that, we have Game Boy Advance games are coming to Virtual Console.
Which is alright.
That's good news. We
kinda
got
cool.
3 games to start: Metroid Fusion, Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, and Super Mario Advance 3 Yoshi's Island. That's
Yeah.
the Game Boy Advance version, obviously not the Super Nintendo version. But okay, that's good news.
Right.
We got Little Mac coming to Smash Brothers.
Which is actually pretty cool.
I think some
brand new
cool
character.
news.
And I'm really surprised they didn't announce that earlier.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad they did because we've been dying for Nintendo news, so this
Yep.
is good Nintendo news.
And yeah, I think he looks like a really cool
Right.
character.
Apparently, they're bringing one of his moves is going to have the uppercut meter. So if you remember Punch Out,
Yeah.
the uppercut meter is
Yep.
going to be part of his move list.
Yeah, he
So-
looks like a cool character for sure. I think people are happy with that. We got Kirby Triple Deluxe and Mario Golf World Tour both coming to 3DS on May 2nd. So, pretty much we got a lot of 3DS news, not a lot of
Wii U news.
We did get some new trailers. We got some
Right.
release dates. We got a new Bayonetta trailer. We got a new X working title trailer for Monolith, which looks awesome.
Looking phenomenal.
Really
We
looks like a
need
solid
new
RPG.
RPG.
So there's that's the problem with the Wii U announcements is that they weren't really announcements. They were just updates on when these games are coming, new trailers. They needed to give us.
Sorry.
Okay.
Why?
Greg Berger, Sergeant, don't be Kristen. Only nipples doesn't bite.
Anthony rubs his nipples. I don't know why.
Okay. I think he was trying to rhyme.
I don't know. That's so weird. Sorry.
But I think, they lacked a little bit on the Wii U announcements,
They
new
did not.
announcements.
Are you really that surprised though?
No, they needed to try a little harder.
I feel like they know it's dying in a way.
Maybe
Yeah, I
they
feel
just
like
are like, we're all about 3DS now. Let's just put all
Right.
of our eggs in that basket.
Let's not even open up this discussion because they're
Yeah,
going forever.
but those are the Nintendo Direct announcements for,
Right.
for the most part. Those are like most of the Wii U ones. There was some
Yeah.
more 3DS stuff in there, but I don't think, I think it's more, people are more concerned with Wii U
Yeah.
than with 3DS. After that, we got, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, we got what are our thoughts on the Xbox's ID program?
Like id at Xbox
Id at
into
Xbox,
development. They're behind PlayStation, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's good that they've got a development program going.
Let's just hope that they can keep it up because that. I mean, if anybody hasn't followed, Xbox had a lot of indie developers, all for them like that, and then their relations and everything was just awful. So go ahead.
Hey, Ben, how you doing? Ben,
I'm doing good. Is this the Level Up Show?
This is the Level Up
It
Show,
is.
Ben. How you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I'm watching you guys right now, I think.
Nice.
Oh, great, man.
With a little bit of a delay, I'm
I just
sure.
want to see how you guys are talking. What?
I'm sorry, I think we're on a delay a little bit, but
Yeah, well, I mean, are you
Hello?
watching it on your TV or are you listening to the Skype call? Because the TV's going to be, or your computer's going to be delayed a little bit. So.
I think he's watching on the TV.
Okay, I'm watching it on my PlayStation.
Okay, yeah, mute your PlayStation real
4.
quick. Just use this Skype to talk to us because you won't be able to get the.
PS4.
Yeah, turn it off so we can do a matchup.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, when you guys call in from Skype, make sure you mute
Okay.
whatever you're using because you won't be able to get.
But what do you want to talk about,
sorry.
man? What do you want to discuss?
Well, I heard you guys talk about Nintendo
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, are you? What systems do you
Direct, so I thought I'd, give you guys a call. See.
Now, what did you think of the announcements?
I use I'm planning on the Nintendo 3DS.
Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess the Wii U announcements weren't really mind blowing for you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think Nintendo is kind of on a downward turn unless they get their software lined up. But
Right. That's what
Super
we-
Smash Brothers looks really cool. What do you guys think of the new characters?
Well, Little Mac was the only one, right?
Well, the one that was just announced. I mean, you have Mega Man.
Yep.
You know, so that's been announced.
You got Rosalina.
You got Rosalina. You have
Which
the
looks
Wii
really cool.
Fit instructor.
Yep.
So I mean, we have some new ones. So I think Little Mac and Mega Man are perfect for it. Rosalina's interesting, and I think she could be really good.
Her moveset looks pretty awesome.
I feel like the Wii Fit character is going to be kind of like one of those. You know, whatever his name was from Pikmin, where it's going to be like the underrated but like really overly powerful just because they're so underrated. Yeah, I feel like her moveset's probably going to be more like Snake's was.
I think it's going to be an awesome game. I think it's really going to drive sales for a little while.
Snake's in this one, is it?
No, Snake is not in this one.
Which is really upsetting.
But I think Mario Kart and Super Smash are going to be really big hits. Obviously,
they're going to be huge
on Wii U.
So
hopefully, drive sales a little bit for that console and give some life to it for a little while at least.
What about you, man? What do you think about him? Who's going to be your favorite one out of them?
Well, I'm normally a big Pikachu fan, but if they ever announce Sora from Kingdom Hearts in it, I'm gonna be all over that.
You know what? I never even thought of Sora. That would be an awesome
I thought we had
addition.
that conversation.
No, that would be an awesome addition. That's a great idea.
I had this conversation with somebody else. That was like the number one thing actually.
The thing is, as far as like mainline Kingdom Hearts goes, like they've only gotten like 3DS games. They've never even gotten a Wii game.
And it's leaving.
But man, that would be an awesome addition. I agree completely with you.
So
thanks for calling, man.
No problem, guys. Continue doing a good job.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate it.
You take care.
You too. Bye.
Great.
He's still in a little bit of a delay. But.
Yeah, I think his thing was also on a little bit of a delay. Someone said something about, we were talking about the ID at Xbox.
Yeah.
Microsoft kind of ruined their relations last console with the developers. And, sorry. So, you know, the whole big thing for Sony was that people were flooding over to PS4. Now they're trying to do this ID at Xbox, you know, and everything like that.
I'm going to keep that in mind for later. That's a great idea for our love story segment, the story between Oscar and his mother.
That's actually a really good idea. That's what we're really going for, not just
we're not just talking about romance love. We're talking about all different kinds of love. So that's definitely all different kinds of love. That's definitely a good idea, though.
The love between a bat and her man.
So low.
Sorry.
Do your sad Batman real quick.
Sad man. Oh.
I love it.
She looks like a cross between, like, it looks like Harley Quinn's trying to be Batman.
Yeah.
Is that what that face looks like?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Thanks to anyone who's complimenting the show and the stream. Thank you for watching us. Again, if we got some new people in here, we are the Level Up Show. My name is Andrew. This is my co-host, Mike. My fiance, Batgirl, Kristen, producer, Mark. And we're a video game stream. We talk about all things video games, we talk about the big news stories from the week and what we've been playing. And this week, our topic of the week is the greatest love stories in video games. So have that in your back of your mind, prepared for when we get to that. I think we should move on to
we should. And people are saying we don't respond to comments. We've been responding more comments.
We're trying really hard, guys.
A couple times.
We're really trying.
There's a lot you gotta remember.
All right, so Xbox One controller input. Respawn said that they thought it was twitchy, and they complained about it to Microsoft. So now Microsoft changed it.
Right, which is weird, and I don't know how much they changed. And I'm sure the guys.
Enough that Respawn says they're happy now.
Right. Well, I mean, you gotta remember too. The guys at Respawn could just be like, you hit it, and it could just be so slight that most gamers wouldn't recognize that it changed at all. So, but the controller changed a little bit.
You know what this sounds? I don't know if this sounds bad, but it kind of says to me that they're like up Respawn's ass right now.
Yeah,
they're just like, we want you so bad. Please stay with us.
You gotta remember too. Wes and Impel pretty much invented the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series. Yeah, they did. I mean, they invented it. They know how well it did, and look at their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is Call of Duty for Xbox. Mm-hmm. Xbox's bread and butter is Call of Duty stuff. Their exclusives and everything like that. So if they can get in bed with the guys that gave them their best thing that ever happened to them before, besides Halo. Yeah, I mean, that's really what they do.
Yeah, so they're trying their best, and I wouldn't be surprised if after Titanfall comes out and does well on Xbox One, if they just throw so much money at that.
Which I mean, it begs the question though: will Weston's and Impel stay around for that too?
Money talks. I think
you know what though? But you remember his reaction. I don't know.
But they don't really make the decisions. We already saw that.
But they make the decisions about what Respawn does.
Yeah, I mean, they could leave Respawn, I guess. Right. I mean, that's what they could do.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But thank you for the friend request.
Yeah, and I think Zempel is already gone. I think it's just West right now, or
maybe
West left. I think someone's on personal leave.
These are our PSN IDs, guys. If you want to add us,
I think I'm full.
Well, Mike's is full. I'm Andrew. Drew, I'm 1788. I have a PS4, so obviously I have a ton of room left. Please add me, and we can talk about games. We can play games.
He thinks he's cool.
Oh man, who thinks he's cool?
You.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, it's my hood.
All right. Last story of this segment. There is a secret when it comes to Big Boss's character in MGS5. Sutherland had an interview at IGN.
Did you talk about Kiefer?
I'm talking about Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh my
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
And he said that the character will be a little bit like Jack Bauer in 24, stating that he'll be a little edgier, a little more angry, and about his history. And then the actor continued, somewhat mysteriously, the rest you'll have to find out in the game because there's a secret that is actually really cool. Now, this could mean nothing to a lot of people. It is like a non-story. Hideo Kojima games have a ton of secrets. But the way I read this is that there's a secret about Big Boss. And it has a lot to do with why Kiefer Sutherland was chosen to be the voice of Big Boss. Suddenly, after David Hayter...
Really Jack Bauer.
If that was Jack Bauer, I would flip.
Where do you think he's been all these years?
David Hayter was the iconic voice of Solid Snake and Big Boss for 15 years, or more, 16 years. So to suddenly have him completely removed from this game, and then David Hayter go on Twitter and say that they didn't contact him about it, that he was just thrown away, and that their relationship is kind of like this. It sounds bad. Now, like it seems so odd, and it feels to me when we watch the trailers and we see this guy with all the bandages around his face, and we're never seeing.
Yes.
We're never seeing Kiefer Sutherland's voice really come out of Big Boss's character. We keep seeing the screen go to black, and then we'll hear Kiefer Sutherland's voice. I feel like there's a trick here.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
Is David Hayter still in this game somehow? Is this really Big Boss? He's in a coma, right? What could be going on here?
Kiefer Sutherland comes out. Hey guys, I'm Snake.
Oh my God, no! We always used to debate who was better, Jack Bauer. We talk about this all the time. Jack Bauer or Snake? I say Jack.
Talk about that?
Yes, we do.
Before you,
I get mad. I get mad.
She goes on about Jack Bauer.
And you know what else I ran about?
Snake is by far the best.
I ran about, and I think I got into it with Pat about
torture.
About torture.
This is a touchy subject to start.
I'm
up
just
on
saying, and how Jack Bauer tortures people to get information. I'm not going to say what side I'm on, but we get into heated discussions about it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to let that go any further.
Let's keep going.
That's a heated debate. But my opinion right now is that there's something fishy going on here. This guy in the bandages, maybe the real Big Boss. Who is this guy?
There like a whole mystery thing like that was.
There's a mystery here. There's something tricky going on, and Hideo Kojima's got something in his back pocket, and he's going to surprise us all. I have a feeling. So really look forward to that, obviously. But that's going to be more MGS5 and not so much MGS.
We have a fan from Colombia.
Awesome. We love our fans from everywhere.
Like, is that like the Flying City, Colombia?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Do you know?
You can't think of his name.
No one tell me because it's going to really piss me off if you have to tell me.
All right.
But anyway, keep going.
Let you go.
In a second.
You're gonna look it up.
Wait, I'm
not going to touch it. Shut up. I'm going to close my eyes.
Dragonfire.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about Ground Zero being 2 hours?
Drew loves
we're in
Drew's
our
excited.
comment section now, so we can take comments, and we'll start with that. I'm a little more optimistic now. There's been a little bit of news stories coming out, like tweets and stuff, about people that have finished the game. Yes, they're finishing it in an hour and a half, 2 hours, but there's also this percentage meter.
Booker DeWitt!
Yes, you got it. Booker DeWitt is the main character from Bioshock Infinite. But, people are beating it in 2 hours. They're doing some side quests, but still the percentage complete says like 9%, 26%. So it sounds like there's a lot of collectibles.
I told you.
That's good.
But
the other more depressing outlook on this is what if that means that this is the total of Metal Gear Solid 5? What if that 9% means Ground Zeroes is included in Metal Gear Solid 5 and you've completed 9% of
and the only way to 100%
of Metal Gear Solid 5?
This would you be able to have 100% of the game you have to do it.
Hey Jason, how you doing, man? You're on the Level Up show. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. Get a little
on today, man.
Back up from your mic or something. It was a little too loud.
It was breathy.
But what do you want to talk about, man?
Let's see. Oh yeah, I got one question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Sure.
Alright. Is your PS4 with thumbsticks wearing out?
A lot of people are having problems with this.
Really? I was hoping that it wasn't.
It sounds like a faulty batch. It sounds like there's a group of people that got a faulty batch, and it sounds like every new DS4 that's coming out is not having this issue. 99% of people are not having this issue. The issue is that he's talking about is that the left thumbstick for some people is wearing.
Okay.
The rubber is starting to peel a little bit, starting to break up a little bit.
Are you serious?
With some people, yeah.
Well, it could be like a faulty batch of rubber.
Or it could be a faulty finger.
Now,
are your fingers made out of metal?
Salt.
Jason, I'm having absolutely no issues with this whatsoever. I'm using my
and he uses it all the time.
A lot. I'm not having any issues. Are you having issues?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. Here's a guy that
now are they replacing them for free?
I don't think so. They're not replacing them, are they, Jason?
I don't know.
You might want to look into that. Maybe you could get a replacement controller. But is it the problem that you're having that the rubber is kind of peeling off on you?
I told you.
Alright, this is what it is.
Okay.
This control, I have two controllers. I have one from the PS4 where I bought it, and the other one I bought it from GameStop.
Okay.
So I'm using the one from GameStop, and that one, a little bit is coming off.
Okay. Is it like bad enough to actually bother you?
Nah.
No, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I really think this is a faulty batch. I really think this is going to stop. I think from this point forward, I think a lot of people are going to be seeing that the new controller's coming. I've gotten rid of this issue. It was a one-time thing. But yeah, man, that sucks that you had that issue. I'm sorry about that.
Alright.
Alright, man, but thanks for calling.
Wait, one more.
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Alright. Do one of you have a Galaxy S4?
Actually, yeah. Kristen and I both have a Galaxy S4.
Do you guys have Wi-Fi speed drops?
Wi-Fi
speed drops.
Speed drops.
Occasionally,
Yeah.
I get that with my.
Do you get
Galaxy.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have a Samsung device.
Yeah, Mike is a little bit against Samsung. I think that is a little bit of an issue with the Galaxy S4. I haven't had Wi-Fi issues in my house in general though lately, so I don't know if I could really associate it with one or the other. But it sounds like maybe you have something there. It might be like a Galaxy S4 issue or something.
Sorry, when he's done.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks so much for calling.
Alright.
All right, man. Take care.
Real quick, I think we've addressed this before. The extension part.
Yeah.
On the controller. What's it for?
Well, right now it's for Mike.
Right. So SCAF, they were right. It's for the microphone. This has been said multiple times. So right now, there's been a conversation going on, and it's starting to get insulting on there. I wanted to end it now.
Yeah, it's a mic port, guys.
It's actually
in the future, it could be other things.
Right.
They could come out with other things to use it, but right now it's a 3-ring, 2-ring mic port, and almost any like iPhone type headset can plug into that. And what's really great about it,
not the microphone. I'm talking about the part next to it, the extension part.
Yeah, there's no real use for that yet.
I thought wasn't that part of the microphone?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
No.
Okay.
The part on the left is something that I'm sure will be used in the future for something that comes out. But whatever they design for that.
Okay.
But right now, the right
that's what they were talking about.
The right hand side is the
we're talking about the extension part.
Yeah, the extension part. I don't think there's anything that uses it yet. There might be something that I don't know about.
The only thing I found is that they're saying it's a secret. So maybe for some other peripheral tie-in.
Yeah.
For their
VR headset.
obviously.
Yeah, so I was just about to say.
For the VR headset. It's coming. We know. Plugs in the controller. You put on the headset. It's gonna be cool. Okay, let's do a few more comments before we move on to our last news story segment.
Yeah.
What do we got? It's not just for earbuds. No, it's not just for earbuds.
Right, yeah.
What's really cool actually about it is that you could direct all of the audio through that. So if you have a significant other that doesn't want to listen to you play a game, you can put a good headset into that port and you can direct all audio.
What's really upsetting a little bit is the early reviews of the gold headset. In order to cut the cost down to be $100 to Gatorade.
Oh.
In order to cut the cost down to $100, apparently the build quality suffers.
No, well that's got to be a little bit of a given. $100 is
right. Well, I'm not saying but it's a little disappointing. I would have rather it been $150 or them put out two versions, a $70, $80 one.
Obviously, they're doing this on purpose.
Right, they're going to give.
There's a gold, and then there's going to be platinum because they've got the gold trophy on the front.
Which worries me though, because the gold is already $100.
Well, yeah, but that's a cheap headset for what you're getting. Look at the IGN review, for instance. The guy said, this is a value, this is a bargain here.
Right, well, yeah, but he's saying the build quality might not last.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
Right.
Not that it won't last. He said that.
What I'm saying is that type of headset, I know it's only $20, but I feel like that should have been, if it's suffering from build quality, $80 is the right point. That's what Turtle Beach has been at, and that's even what Triton is doing. So.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
All right. Did we get any other questions? How about Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs looks great. Looking forward to it. But Nothing I can really say else.
Right, because I mean we don't know of anything else besides what we've known for the past year.
Yeah.
You know, so we're just waiting on it. So.
Sly Cooper.
The producer was the only one with a good answer. Good job, Mark.
Mark is the one with the computer. We don't know these things.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he has a computer, right?
Yeah,
And that's the thing. He just Googled it.
The power of Google. All right, we'll move on to our last segment.
Right.
Sly Cooper.
And Buckshot Billy, we talked about South Park is a 100% buy from both of them.
I think for both of us, yeah, that looks
we're definitely
amazing.
gonna get it.
Awesome game. We already talked about this, but I'll reiterate that The Evil Within is coming out in the United States on August 26th and in Europe on August 29th.
Yep.
Anyone looking forward to that? That is Shinji Mikami's next survival horror game. Should look pretty cool. After this, you ever hear of a guy called Seaboat on NeoGAF?
I don't use NeoGAF.
Okay. He's the most trusted inside source on NeoGAF. He's never really been wrong, and he always leaks big things. So his biggest leak is that the Xbox One without Kinect is definitely coming after summer if sales are low in May, pretty much. Pretty much like they're looking at the sales.
Which means that Xbox without Kinect is coming in summer.
Yes, probably.
Right.
It sounds like they are still a little bit on like a judgment thing right now, looking at sales.
I think they'd be stupid to do it without it.
Yeah, I think it'll come. But we'll get to MPD. But if MPD is a sign of what's to come potentially, I think that will happen. You will see a Kinect-less Xbox One this summer for $400.
It's just that driver.
Yo, I actually, instead of timing someone out, I banned them.
Ooh.
Like, it wasn't like a terrible comment, but it wasn't nice, but I clicked ban, so it said, you banned him from the Level Up chat.
Oh, wow.
Way to go.
It's hardcore. You can unban if you want, if you think he deserves his way back. Just do /unban and then the username. She'll think about it. You're in purgatory right now. You're in limbo.
Another lesson of why you should be nice. Kristen says be nice.
Yeah. But real quick, do you think this is a good idea to have a Kinect-less Xbox One?
No, because I'm a big supporter of the Kinect, and I think that all the other crap about get the hell over yourself. It's fucking U.S. Like they're spying on you no matter what the fuck you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. I hate that argument. I hate it. They're not going to sit there. They're not bored enough to sit there and spy on your freaking ass playing on the Xbox.
Well, that's only one side of this. Let's not forget that so far they have not used the Kinect in any compelling way at all to warrant it being a $100 addition onto that system.
Right. Well, I mean, they want. Well, I'm sure it's going to be coming too. I mean, the whole thing of recognition of when you walk into the room and it signs you in.
Yeah, but really, let's think about this. It's ridiculous to think that. Let's say that the first great game to use Kinect comes out this winter. But if we have a Kinect-less Xbox One at that point, then the beginning of this completely work.
I just think it's completely justified.
A lot of Jasons. I wonder if this is another Jason.
I think so. It was the same image.
Hey, Jason, how you doing? You're on the Level Up show.
What's happening, guys?
Hey, man.
Hi.
What do you want to talk about?
I have a little problem with my phones.
With his phone?
You have a problem with your phone? Are we talking about Samsung again? What do you mean?
I have a big thumb, and it keeps slipping off the controller.
Big thumb.
Are you saying that you don't like the PlayStation 4 controller because your thumbs are too big for it?
You know what they say about big thumbs.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, man. All right. Not sure what that was about.
I trolled him out.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I trolled his troll.
No, I'm over this whole Kinect is the devil, they're spying on you thing. It's not what it is, and I know you're going to argue that, but again, you were the one that bought the PlayStation Eye camera willingly for $60.
Definitely.
And so I understand.
I think it was a great addition.
There is more technology in the Kinect, and it is
Definitely,
more. So it is worth the $100 in comparison to the PSI being worth $60.
Yeah.
So
if they use it in good ways.
What are you talking about with this?
Well, I'm talking about obviously we still don't have Twitch or Ustream or anything like that.
But that's the only thing. Those are the only things. That's the only thing that you're missing.
That's really the only compelling reason to get one right now, though.
I don't know. I'm not even going to go because
I'm sure people appreciate the. I don't know. It's the the ease, I guess, of walking in and having your system.
I don't work in GameStop anymore. I'm done. That was its own hell. That was
walk into your room, have your console recognize your face, and it's
right.
It's cool. It definitely
really cool
is. Is it worth $100? No. Is this worth $100? No, I don't think it is. To be honest with you, but if you put it all together and we got some good games coming, that's when it's worth it.
Right.
So hopefully that comes to both consoles.
But I'm really confused as to why they think taking the Kinect out, whereas they could just increase the hard drive space and make a diskless Xbox.
Yeah.
I understand that it's just going to be an easy transition of just not putting the Kinect in the box, but I think taking out just $100 for that would be a little bit crazy. I don't think people are going to jump on it for $400.
No.
I think it would be $350 is really the price point you would want to be at to get that upper edge. Maybe even $380. Put at $380 without the Kinect, and I think you're set.
Go ahead.
That guy's voice, can I just say, he was doing something like this. He was. People are saying how he sounded so fake and he was a troll. Did you hear that guy's voice?
That's what I said.
Well, you know what would be sad though? What if it wasn't his fake voice?
Right, that's why I didn't say anything, Kristen.
People are saying it was a troll.
Right. That's and they're allowed to because they're not on the show.
It is a possibility that he was a troll.
Right, there's a possibility.
But why would he talk about his thumbs being big?
That's confusing as well.
I know, and that's why I said. Anyway,
but you know what? Maybe he was trying to talk about the controller and his thumbs being too big. He's having
like
issues.
elephantitis or something?
Maybe.
Oh my God, are we really doing this?
Moving on. All right, going off of Xbox maybe having some issues with sales and maybe releasing a connectless Xbox One. Let's go into our NPD. Segue!
I'm sorry if I insulted. I'm coming off these people.
Thank you for
They're trolls too!
That's true. He said it sounded like Cleveland Brown. People were saying that.
Yeah, he did kind of. All right.
How do you call
We're done.
Chive on.
At the level up.
Wait to call us on Skype, guys. Wait until we go into our call and comment segments to call us. We'll get there in 5 minutes because we're going to go into NPD results right now. PS4 was the number one.
Mike says chive on.
PS4 was the number one console for January.
No shit.
No shit. Yes, but did you expect it to be a 2-to-1 ratio?
Not as big, because especially when we talked just a month ago, and the numbers were so close.
Yes. So PS4 around 271,000 units, Xbox One around 141,000 units, so about half of what the PS4 sold, with a lot more on shelf, I must add. PS4 a little bit more difficult to find.
The Xbox has been, when I was there, I mean, they were like, push it out. I'm like, dude, they don't fucking want it. I'm not pushing it on them for no reason. It's hard to sell it.
Let me say though, I think next month could be this month could be a completely.
I think Titanfall is going to be a big game.
Well, no, I'm more thinking of a lot of shipment is going to go to Japan, and US might see a big like drought as far as PS4 systems.
And people are just going to go over, and that's what happened. I mean, that's what's happened for months, so it's not that.
This is a new guy, so let's take him. Gary. Hey, Gary, you are on the Level Up show. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Not too bad.
Hey,
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Do you think Sony let the ball drop when they didn't secure Titanfall?
I think that it was out of Sony's hands. I think Microsoft had a little bit more to offer Respawn as far as cash, obviously. Right. Sony was in a... they're still in a dire predicament. They did buy Gaikai and they saw that as a future investment. But I mean, if we look at what they're doing, they're getting rid of their television division. They're showing losses in a ton of different sectors of the Sony.
They're not getting rid of them.
They're outsourcing it or something like that. But they're having some issues with everything besides gaming, really. So you know what? They doubled down on Gaikai and stuff like that. I don't think they had the money to spare for something like a exclusivity. On a third-party game. Microsoft does, and I think you're going to continue to see stuff like that. Sony is going to put all of their work into their first-party studios and try and really bank on that. So no, I'm not. I don't think they let the ball drop. I think that's just the way it had to happen, really, to be honest with you. And I think it's probably going to continue that way. I think Titanfall. Go ahead.
Do you think that because EA has control over that, you might see Titanfall 2 on the PS4, maybe?
Depends how much Microsoft offers them.
Here's the thing: EA is very money driven. So the worry with EA, even though they've been, in my opinion, redeeming themselves as much as they possibly can. But compared to years past, shut up. Compared to years past, they're trying to, and personal and customer relations wise is where they're trying to improve themselves. Anyway, regardless, they're still a very money-driven company.
Yeah, I mean, they're the guys that brought Mass Effect over PlayStation.
Right. So yes, there's a chance because they do have a good relationship with Sony still. Yeah. It's not like, but at the same time, they're going to very well be like Activision, where they say, okay, money, sure, we'll stay with you.
Yeah, money talks, and Microsoft offers enough to offset the amount they think they would make off of PlayStation PlayStation 4 title, then they'll go Microsoft exclusive.
The only benefit that we have is that I was saying to Drew, Zempella and West, who created Titanfall and Call of Duty, they didn't like that whole idea. They actually didn't like the fact that Titanfall was going to be an exclusive on Xbox. They were surprised. They didn't even know it was happening until afterwards. We found out at the same time that they did that it was an exclusive title. So
really?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
He was actually asked about it in an interview, and he said, "Wait, really? I actually was not aware of this." Looked into it later on and found out he was not. It didn't sound like he was very happy at all.
He's still showing disappointment over that. So it sounds like it was a EA decision and not so much a Respawn decision. But I'm hopeful. It sounds like Respawn really wants to bring that game to everyone they can. They don't want to pick and choose favorites.
Titanfall, the original, will always be on Xbox One.
Yes.
There will never be Titanfall on Xbox or PS4.
To be honest with you, I have a fancy PC there, and I play it on the PC. I haven't played it on the Xbox One, but on PC it's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I asked this question already, but this is a common question. Do you think it's just Call of Duty with mechs, or do you feel like it has its own identity?
It is very Call of Duty mix, to be honest.
Right, but I'm okay.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
It's good. It's good. It's a quick. It's a fast game. It's no Battlefield. There's not much strategy, as per se, but it's a good game.
Right. Call of Duty is never really a bad game. It's just stale. It's old. They're just rehashing stuff over and over again. So this is a nice change to it.
I like what they did with the Source engine. Those guys at Respawn, you'd never think it was a Source engine game,
Oh, really? Okay, that's great to hear. Very good to hear. Thanks for calling, Gary. This is a great call.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, man.
If I could have his accent, I would be so happy.
Gary.
Do you like my shirt?
Did you like Gary's accent?
I do.
Gary, you sounded dreamy.
Yeah. Thank you for calling, Gary. That was a great call. Great questions.
Blue Nurses wants to know if we're going to grow out full beards.
Beards? I never really do. I just do the scruff.
Remember when I got my beard really long?
Yeah.
There's pictures of me, Blue Nurses. I actually, it was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually grew my beard out so long that I was able to, stick.
Mark's got a full beard.
You got a full beard.
That's a beard.
Last year, remember my beard last year? I was able to stick. I walked over and bought Afro combs and stuck Afro combs in my beard. I would stick like pens in my beard and stuff like that and just walk around with it.
Weirdo.
You should come in one day on the show with just a mustache. Just like a rake stash.
I can't shave. I did that right afterwards.
Oh,
it's awful. I cannot shave.
Your skin gets all messed up?
No. I look so bad. I look creepy.
No, I can't shave. I can only trim. If I shave, my skin's too sensitive. I break out.
That's
I just shaved earlier.
That's Scaff. Scaff is Gary.
I can shave under here and stuff like that.
Scaff is Gary.
Thanks, Scaffzilla.
Nice. Cool. But if I shave here, I break out. Like I can't do it. I can only get like a really short trim and do that.
Probably depends on the razor and the cream that you're using too.
I think if I were to do it over and over again, my skin would toughen up.
That's why you probably haven't done it very
much.
Dry
but I don't do that. I don't dry shave. No. Well, if I do under here,
I was like, that's weird.
If I do under
here, I dry shave. Here, I dry shave. I can't do that under here. I'm the opposite. If I dry shave under here, I'm like all red.
Guys, the Level Up Show, the official shave podcast for all of your shave information.
Hashtag Shavecast.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going with the NPD results. On top of Xbox One having 141,000 units, it had a 2.7 attach rate. That's pretty good. And it sold 2.27 million games in January. So they're selling the games. It's just lacking a little on hardware. After that, you got 3DS around 130K or under, PS3 at 60K or under, Wii U at 55K or under, Xbox 360 at 50K or under. I'm a little surprised at that.
I'm not really.
PS3 almost never sells better than Xbox 360.
Yeah, but
and Wii U sells better
at this
too.
point, I think a lot of people are like, all right, well, I can get the Xbox One, so I'll get it.
And then we got Wii at 25K, and we got Vita at 17. All right,
which is surprising in comparison to that number.
I'm going to be a little optimistic and say that people are waiting for the Slim, because I think the people that want a Vita are hardcore people, and they think they know enough to realize that they can wait a little while to get the Slim.
Right now, we sell a lot of used ones, used Vitas. So that could help too.
And as far as software sales go, I think they're really backwards when it comes to Vita, because I think most people buy digitally on Vita.
Greg's like all swooning over Scaff's accent. Scaff just had to be like,
it was dreamy.
He's like, Greg, I'm buried.
Yeah. Let's go into
guys from the UK to hear today.
Yeah. I mean, we actually always do it.
We love having people from the UK.
Yeah. I like it.
Let's go into software sales. Call of Duty.
I'm sorry, what? You can make me your affair.
Let's move on. We're getting sidetracked.
Sorry.
Call of Duty Ghosts, #1 game for January. 360, PS3, the top 2 consoles. After that, you got NBA 2K14, PS4 being #1. Battlefield 4 in the 3rd place with PS4 being #1. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, 360, then PS4. You got Grand Theft Auto 5 in the 5th position. Madden NFL 25 in the 6th position with PS4 being the #1 console. You got Minecraft, once again. That game is killer, man, on the 360. And then you got FIFA 14, #1 on PS4. Lego Marvel Superheroes, 360 and Xbox One are #1 on that game. And then you've got Tomb Raider Definitive Edition in the 10th slot. PS4 being the #1 console, and not only that, it outsold the Xbox One version 2-1.
No.
So really, people wanted the PS4 version when it came to that. I think people were hearing about the frame rate issues and whatnot. You are flabbergasted at this news, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I was just laughing at. She was like, "No."
All right, so
is that it?
That's everything for this week.
Okay, because someone wanted to actually, they brought up, and I'm excited to talk about it. Out of Shores Online, the more and more I see about it, and apparently the last beta was amazing. I am dying for this.
Okay, cool.
Even
Talk
to the point
louder.
where I'm gonna get the.
Talk louder.
You talk louder.
I do talk loud.
Hey Nate, how you doing, man? You're on the Level Up Show.
This is solid.
Oh, I'm good. How are you guys
Hey,
doing?
solid Nate.
Doesn't he kind of look like what's his
Oh,
name
hold on
from,
one second. I'm sorry, I can't hear. Okay, hello?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good. How are you
Doesn't he
doing?
kind of look like the guy from Little Miss Sunshine? The kid from Little Miss Sunshine?
Mike is saying you look like the character from Little Miss Sunshine.
Excuse me?
I think there's an echo. Sorry, man.
It's okay.
But anyway, what do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to call and talk about how blatant Sony fanboys you are. Hating on the Xbox One and junk, man.
I know.
You know it's the better console,
No,
and that's just crazy that you even like PlayStation.
This kid
it's
is
insane.
nuts
I don't
right
understand.
You don't understand?
This Mike's
Mike doesn't even
Funny thing is, I don't have any of the new systems, and I actually had the 360 for almost the entirety of last.
I don't even think we need to be defensive here. I will say, I'm more of a Sony guy. I'll
Right.
admit, I have a
You
PS4.
are.
I don't have an Xbox yet. But Micah, you're definitely getting the Xbox One.
Definitely
sometime
getting it.
soon.
I'm actually intending to get it within the next 4
You're really looking for the Titanfall.
So,
Yeah, I'll be honest. The Microsoft franchises don't appeal to me quite as much as Sony's do.
No, not always. I mean, there's some to me that, like, I used to love the Halo series, but they kind of killed that off a little bit. And I've never been huge on Gears of War, but that's not big. But
Nate, I don't even know if this is a troll call or not. But
Right.
do you only have an Xbox, Nate?
You know what? You got me. It's a troll call. You got me.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Do you want to talk seriously now then?
Yeah, sure. You got me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, what do you have, Nate? Do you have an Xbox One? Do you have a PS4? I'm guessing you have a PS4.
I'm actually watching you guys on PS4 right now.
Okay, awesome. Now, are you planning on getting an Xbox One?
No.
No. Okay. Now, is that because you consider yourself a Sony fanboy, or?
Yeah, I am.
Dude, this is an amazing call, by the way.
This is great.
You had us.
Now, you know what?
My call of the night.
Why do you consider yourself a Sony fanboy? What drags you to the Sony side?
Well, I've had a PlayStation 1 ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah, man.
So I've grown up with them.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was for me. I know Final Fantasy didn't start on PlayStation, but I started with Final Fantasy on PlayStation, so that was one of the big things for me. Same with Metal Gear Solid and Kingdom Hearts. A lot of those franchises that Sony had during their glory days of PS1, PS2, when I kind of grew up with gaming, they just kind of associated me with that brand. And I kind of stuck with that. I recognize that Xbox has some really appealing franchises like Gears and Halo and Forza and Fable. What I think not so much anymore, but you know what? I'm more of a Sony guy. I'm with you, man. But I think we're a little balanced over here, actually. I think Mike kind of balances it out.
Right.
So I think we're in good hands, actually.
Yeah. I was just watching with my friend, and he dared me to do it, so I did.
It's okay, man.
We win.
It turned into a good phone call.
Oh, thanks for calling, man.
Oh yeah, all right. Y'all have a good time.
You too.
Take care.
That was so funny.
You know what's funny is I love troll calls now, just because if they're, especially ones like that, just because they end up being so entertaining. Afterwards.
They do.
Ludwig knows this.
Yeah, that's just how you have to handle it, though. We just need to not be defensive. Just talk to the person.
What was I gonna say? So, wait, did you go over? You forgot to talk about the them wanting to shut down Microsoft, Xbox, and
oh yeah. So with the recent MPD news kind of being associated, a lot of these main investors, like the people that have a lot of stock in Microsoft, like a lot of shares.
Well, there's two main.
Yeah.
I actually researched this pretty well. Do you want to take this?
We'll take a break. Let's talk to Eddie real quick here. Hey Ed, you're on the Level Up Show. How you doing?
Hey, I just wanted to know two quick things. Is PlanetSide 2 going to get ported onto the PS4? And also details on GTA 5 coming to PS4.
I'll take the PlanetSide 2 thing.
Okay.
PlanetSide 2 is coming to PS4, it sounds. I don't think it'll be this year, actually, but they did say that EverQuest is coming for sure, and I think that actually is this year, and that PlanetSide will as well. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of support from SOE on the PlayStation 4. I think you're going to see the PS4 become a really great MMO console in the future, with SOE being a big part of that. So you can look forward to that for sure, but I wouldn't count on it being this year.
Yeah.
Why don't you go
GTA 5, there's no official word. There are little hints here and there, and there's been a couple rumblings going around with Rockstar and stuff like that. So there is. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's definitely coming at some point. There'd be not only has there been the rumors and everything, but they'd be completely stupid not to.
What happened recently, Ed, actually, is there was a PC bug list that was leaked. Now, this is for PC, granted, but it pretty much proves that the GTA 5 has come to PC. But if it comes to PC, I can't imagine it not coming to PS4.
A lot of money. The only thing that would be surprising to me is that normally when they do stuff like ports and everything for Rockstar games, they'll do collections of all DLC plus the game, and they'll wait some time. But we haven't had any DLC yet, so it was actually a really weird year for this to happen. So I don't really know what my prediction would be, and usually but
we have a bet on this. It's September for me and October for you.
Right. Well, I mean that's our bet, but honestly, I'm not even sure if it's going to come this year.
I think it will. I really do. I'm still sticking with September for me.
Okay, I mean, if it's going to come, it's going to come in October.
Okay. But that's our prediction, man.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right. Take care.
Great.
You too.
So we have someone named Compton.
Okay.
Straight out of
Compton Finn. It's the same guy.
No, he didn't. He hung up right after. I'm not sure what that was about.
So I actually looked more into this news than you did. So there's two big investors in Microsoft that actually hate anything Microsoft does except for business related.
Yes, they want them focusing on
business, which means they don't even want Windows to be an operating system for the mass public.
Really?
They don't even want that.
Well, that's not going to happen.
So that's not going to happen. Bill Gates and even what's his name? Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer. Thank you.
Now you're confusing me, but I think Phil Spencer. Yeah.
Spectre?
Spencer. It's Spencer.
All right. Anyway, so basically, both of the last two CEOs want everything that they like everything they're doing. So the new CEO was actually almost like a protege of Bill Gates, and so Bill Gates left as board chair so he can actually give him advice. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, his main reason for leaving, because when you're you can't actually give advice to the CEO of a company when you're on the board. So he made him leave the board so he could get advice from him, which is great because that means Bill Gates has a lot of insight from his whole experience of life with Microsoft. So he actually enjoys the Xbox and the whole line. So that's going to stay. It's actually really the biggest one is it's this like conglomerate company that just puts money into big companies just so they can make money off of it, and that's who really is trying to push them.
Gotcha.
They don't see the phone line. They don't see the Bing. I mean, I'm okay if they get rid of Bing. Bing is fucking trash in my opinion.
And Surface is a little
sketchy, but it's actually gaining a lot of popularity. If you went back a year ago when Surface first came out, but now it's actually really like you can go on Craigslist and find Surface tablets everywhere. And now that I actually want one, I go on Craigslist and I can't find one unless it's been a day and it sells immediately. Yeah. So so I don't think we have as much to worry about, but it's kind of annoying.
I'll be honest, I'm gonna shut off calls for a second, guys, because we're running a little long, and I want to move on to a few of our other segments before we'll open up the calls again later. Let's move on. We're going a little slow.
Thanks, Super Sosa.
Thank you to everyone who's adding us on all the different things here, messaging us, friend requesting us. I'll say it again. We are the Level Up Show. I'm Andrew. This is Mike. This is Kristen and Mark. And we are a gaming dedicated video stream about all things gaming, the news from the week, what we've been playing, and our topic of the week, which we'll get to very shortly, is the greatest love stories in gaming. So let's talk about what we've been playing first. I'm going to start with Left Behind.
Yeah.
I won't say too much.
No, good.
Because Mike hasn't played it yet. But if you like The Last of Us, this is a no-brainer.
I love the music.
Get this game. It's a change of pace from Last of Us. You're playing as Ellie for the most part. Well, Ellie entirely, but there's also Riley, and she's kind of replaced that kind of companion as like you guys are having conversations, obviously in the same way Joel and Ellie did, but they're much more friendly and lighthearted and funny. Like there's a lot of really fun stuff that happens in this game. That's not to say that it doesn't have its downer moments. It does.
I'm sure.
But it really has a lot of
especially the ending,
cool, thoughtful stuff, such as the photo booth, which I think a lot of people know about.
And the Magic 8 Ball head.
And the Magic 8 Ball head, which you can go back to, like,
the skull.
It kind of reminded me almost of like a Schaefer type moment, where you know, like sometimes in Tim Schafer games, you keep picking up the same thing over and over again. It keeps changing what it says until finally you get to that last thing it says. It's like that, where you find a skull Magic 8 Ball and you keep asking it things, and it keeps coming back with like, you know, the typical like responses.
Right.
One of Ellie's questions is, "When will I ever grow? Will I ever grow boobs?" Like stuff like that. Like it's really funny and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The combat adds one really cool new mechanic, which I think some people know about, where you have situations where there's both clickers and humans, and you have to distract the humans by throwing a bottle or something like that and letting the clickers know there's humans there or something like that. And
that's what I was really
they
excited
go against
for.
each
I wanted
other.
to see that.
It causes some really cool moments.
Is it as good as I was anticipating it being?
It's very cool. It's not overdone.
Right.
You know, there's a few comment. It's mostly exploration. This is by far a exploration game.
That's what I was laughing.
But it does have its combat sections. I will say that the final combat section goes a little too long.
Okay.
It overstays its welcome by about 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's all. But it does. It's
not like Wolf of Wall Street half hour long.
It's the one thing in the game that I would detract from. Like the score or something like that. But otherwise, this is a perfect little mini story edition that fleshes out Ellie's character. It does a really cool thing with the relationship between Ellie and Riley. You understand how she inspired her and how the events of The Last of Us maybe even changed because of Riley. And there's instances in the game that are an example of this. I don't want to go into too much detail. Like, no, it really does make the connection for you, and it's a cool connection. Buy it. It's not a it's not a question. If you like The Last of Us, buy Left Behind. It's worth it. It's like 3 hours long, but you could probably put 4 to 5 into it if you search for all the collectibles. Another thing, real quick, has a really cool story, kind of similar to Ish's storyline, where if you really search the game, you'll find this one storyline that goes throughout the whole thing. That's a cool storyline to keep track of.
Great.
So awesome game. Get it. Other than that, I won't go into too much detail, but I've played Devil May Cry and I've played Puppeteer.
So what do you think about Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry, really good.
Right.
Happy with it so far. I gotta be honest, I'm getting like, I got dizzy playing it.
Are you getting bored?
No, the limbo just kind of like, oh my god, like my head.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Like it's so like whirly.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, I got bored with it, and that's what I was intending to.
You didn't see me play. It's called Devil May Cry. And you go into this limbo world where the world is real dark and like twisty and dizzy, and it almost is like, I don't know if I can keep playing this. Like I played for like an hour and a half.
It gets a little better, but at the same time, like the problem is for me, I just got bored to where I don't care. So that was actually my intention to beat that this week. Yeah. And I was like, every time I went to go play it, I was like,
I really like the way the story's being told. I think it's solid.
It's great.
Ninja Theory storytelling.
The whole storyline is very interesting. It actually follows almost like it's kind of funny because all right, what do we have to do? Well, we have to take out this and this, and so it gives you that like freedom fighters. Remember freedom fighters? We have to take out. It kind of gives me that like nostalgia feel of like, oh.
It gave me a Star Wars feel actually for a second, like because of like the whole like separated at birth, brothers separated at birth, both having like a what do you want to call it? Something from their childhood, like something like they have crystals. You know what I mean? So it kind of has this.
What?
There's something weird going on in the chat room.
No, Greg is getting, with his money that he won from the Super Bowl,
change?
he's getting a sex change so he can be with Ellen Page.
It's gonna be a lot more
money. Yeah, I told him to do that earlier.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Well, he can make payments. That's just a down payment.
Yeah. Finance it, man. Just finance it.
Sorry.
But let's go to Puppeteer, because that game is awesome.
Right.
Drew, noob.
I'm Andrew. This is Mike. If you guys want to add us on PSN, please do. We've got a lot of friend requests, and we're very thankful for it. Thank you, everyone who's adding us. But also, please heart us on Twitch. I think that's most important, actually, because if you guys heart us on Twitch, your email will get a notification when we go live, and we'd love to keep you guys informed. The end of the world. This is the end?
Yes.
Yeah, we could talk. We should have talked about it at the beginning.
I know.
Oh, what, you didn't see that?
I want to talk about it.
Go ahead. Talk about this. Is the end.
You saw this is the end.
So we watched This Is the End.
And that's it.
No, and
all right. So anyway,
I know it starts out with like the Backstreet Boys playing.
No, the end does. Oh, you talking about?
It starts out.
No, they're watching it on the TV.
They're watching it on the TV.
I know. The Backstreet, these guys are really good when they're getting high as shit and everything.
Yeah,
they're watching the Backstreet Boys.
Awful.
Oh, sorry, we're spoiling This Is the End. Yes, they're in the end of the movie and it's awesome.
He did it. He did it, not me.
So we're watching This Is the End, and it was really funny. I guess I can't spoil it too much, right?
No, it doesn't matter now. We just gave away the best part of the ending.
Talk about it.
Spoiler cast.
How Michael Cera, how he gets like impaled.
Michael Cera was the best part of that movie.
He was such a
He was so
and it was
funny.
so awesome.
The part where he's caught like getting like blown.
Like, hey bud.
Yeah, the way he like turned his face, he's like,
yeah,
like looking like, oh my god. That guy, he's actually really funny.
You want this?
Yeah.
No, he's so funny.
And the way he's impaled and he's hanging there, and he's like, oh my foot is right here. This is really embarrassing. But yeah, that was a good movie. Really good movie.
It was really good. It was really funny.
Yeah.
And I loved the end.
I love the part where Jonah Hill is raped by the devil.
Yes. With the
So, funny story for that, and I've seen this multiple times. Remember me and Glickman got this special showing? We got to see it a month before it came out.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we met you at the bar late, and so it was awesome. So we couldn't tell you guys really much about it.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, so I saw it multiple times. I showed it to my aunt and uncle. So my aunt's gone for the night for a little while. I'm watching with my uncle, and my cousin who's 16, and her boyfriend. So we're watching it. It's funny, but it's a little inappropriate at times. And my uncle can tolerate a little more than my aunt can.
Yeah.
But they both like South Park and stuff like that. But sometimes it's too much. Well, my aunt happens to walk in literally 20 seconds before the entire scene about jizzing in the magazine.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And so
come all over you.
Right, and she's walking in 20 seconds before, and I see where it's going. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my, and I'm just like, and it's just, all of a sudden you just hear it, and she's walking into the room as they start talking, I'll come wherever I fucking want, I'll come here, and I'll come here, and
I'll come on you, I'll come on you.
Right, and it's just, I'm just like, I mean, it's just like, what are you guys, I'm like, yeah. So awkward.
That's a dirty, raunchy movie. Let's move on.
Anyway.
We're getting off topic and we're getting into bad
Are
territory.
you guys excited for Evolve?
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, give us a second.
We're almost there. Let me just talk about Puppeteer for a second.
Yeah.
That game almost looks like a PS4 game.
Yeah.
That game, the artistic design is
I know you really like it.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how good this game looks. Like,
do you have it for Vita or?
It's not on Vita, I don't think. I think it's just PS3. But it's really quirky and cool how they have this like kind of Broadway feel, and they make it so that you're always on the stage and you never leave it, and like things kind of in the same way as like Broadway play, things have to be kind of be moved on stage, and you have to do these innovative things when you're making a play to make it change scenery, and it does all those cool things. But like I can't explain how cool this game looks. You just have to see it in person and see it. If we get the 200, we have to make like a big noise or something. Oh, we just dropped. Never mind. But the gameplay as well. Like the scissors are what you use. The scissors are what you use in this game big time, and like you have to use it to cut cloth and like to move around the environment. And then you have the right joystick to move this cat companion to inspect different things and find new heads to put on your body. It's so innovative, so cool. It seems like something that would have came out of Media Molecule.
Would I like it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you really would. It seems like something that would have came out of Media Molecule. Solid game. If it goes on sale again, I really recommend it. So everything I'm playing this week, I'm really happy with.
Can real quick before I get into mine, because it wasn't anything great. Greg wants to know what his woman's name is going to be, and all the names people are coming up with is amazing. The best one I've seen so far is Peach. I told him his name was Valerie. Someone gave the obvious, and it's not bad, but
what was Bree's stripper name again?
Oh my god, that was amazing! I can't remember.
No, it was Googles.
Googles was pretty good. Oh, something.
Oh, do you want to do that again?
No, we got enough to talk about. All right, we got to move on. All right, talk about what you've been playing real quick, but we got to be quick.
It's nothing. I mean, it is quick. I've been playing Bomberman, and they gave us the Magic Gathering thing like how many years ago for PlayStation Plus, right when it first started. So I was playing a bunch of that. The Magic Gathering thing is actually pretty tough. Yeah, it's actually. I think you would like it just because it's actually really intelligent. You have to like really think out what you're gonna do. Yeah, so it's actually pretty cool. And Bomberman is just Bomberman. Yeah, it's awesome. You just blow people up.
And that's that.
We didn't talk about love yet.
We're getting there. This is a long show so far. We're trying to hurry it up.
Why do you say it's a long show?
Because we've already been on for 2 hours.
Oh no, Skydiver. This is Drew. This is Mike. This is Mark. And Greg is a viewer who is in our hearts always.
Yeah. So Greg's like almost like an unofficial member of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes.
Mark, I know you might not have this, but do you have it on the spot?
Yeah, I was just thinking about like favorite childhood shows.
Okay.
TV shows?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Like,
Okay.
Favorite TV
X-Men
shows as a kid.
Yeah, and you know what? I grew up on that. That's why I love superheroes so much.
Yeah, X-Men was a really good one. And Batman the Animated Series.
That was really good too.
That timeless. Like, it aged really well.
You can still watch that. I mean, because they did such a good job producing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they weren't like,
which one, Batman or X-Men?
Batman the Animated Series.
X-Men is
it kind of like, I think Batman the Animated Series really like set the bar for
animated TV shows. Yeah,
going
completely
forward.
agree.
Because it wasn't like a throwaway, like, oh, we're making a cartoon, hoo-hoo. it was like, hey guys, this is a production of Batman, and we're going to do this like really serious.
Let's get Tim Burton to do music.
Well, there's still some goofy elements to it and everything like that aren't in a normal Batman movie, but it's still great.
And that was the introduction of Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Oh my god, and that's like iconic now at this point.
I love watching his interviews because he wasn't even like really thinking he'd get the part anyway.
Right.
He was just like, hey guys, I want to get a part in Batman, because he was talking with one of the producers originally, and then they're like, yeah, well, come on, and they gave him like this really small role in one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, well, you know, why don't you come on and try out for, we don't have a voice actor for Joker yet. He's like, well, there's no way in hell they would cast Luke Skywalker as but just for like shits and giggles, I'll go in there, and he killed the audition.
Just did something so interesting with it. That obviously isn't his voice. He just really did something cool and innovative and brought something new to the character.
So let's talk about Power Rangers.
Well, let's go to you. What's yours? Favorite childhood TV show?
My favorite. Oh my god, that's so hard.
You gotta name one.
Is Boy Meets World not good?
No, that's fine. That's an awesome.
That was actually going to be mine, so I had to come up with a different one because I have multiples. I actually, you know what's actually funny? I just finished rewatching the whole series again about a month ago.
Now it's not on Netflix, right?
No, I literally downloaded all 7 seasons and I've watched them all through 3 times.
Oh man, I hope Girl Meets World is good.
You know what? It has the original guy, and I'm not even going to go on because I can go on for an hour.
Gilligan's Island, someone said.
No, I've never been on Gilligan's Island, but I was going to say Boy Meets World is big on me. Full House.
I hate Full House. I'm not going to lie.
Fuck you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I love Full House.
I know Full House.
Joey's the shit.
I hate Full House.
And it was funny, actually, Boy Meets World. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. I don't think you were around as much, but they were always saying that Pat was Corey and I'm Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Jokes. I can see that.
And then like Chris Turk and Zach Braff's character.
Yes.
So I was like, that was There's a lot of those. Pat hates it so much.
Well, anyway. Pat looks like Zach Braff.
Right.
But I gotta get to name dropping here.
Are You Afraid of the Dark is probably one of my biggest ones. I love that show.
Rugrats for
Rugrats.
me.
Rugrats is something I grew up with. So I have to love that one.
Anyway. Call lines are open.
Wonder Years is great too. I actually just recently started watching it again, although it didn't. It's actually, that show has aged pretty well.
Call lines are open again, guys, because we're about to go into our new segment called A Wild Game Appears. And this week, our wild game.
You like that name of that segment? I thought that was pretty clever.
What's it about?
It's basically, so the new segment, it's basically going to be, we see you guys, you are clamoring all the time for new games and new game knowledge and what we're you're always asking what we're looking forward to most. So this is a way for us to have a segment dedicated to that. We're still going to answer you guys, but this way we can talk about a specific title each week. We're going to have a new one that we're trying to talk about.
There's going to be one game that we really go into each week and talk about, and this week it's Evolve.
Yes, and you know what's funny is I kind of pushed it every time I heard the word Evolve before I actually looked into it. I was like, whatever, I don't really care. And I love Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
You know, I thought, man, I got tired of it a little bit because it's just repetitive. You know, I played it so many times, but, you know, I am dying to play this now.
Let me give a real quick synopsis of what this game is if you don't know. Synopsis, as Mike said, is done by the Left 4 Dead guys. You got a 4-party team of hunters, and you've got... Oh, shit. I'm gonna ignore calls for a little bit, guys. Let's just talk about Evolve for a second. So you got 4 hunters, and then you've got a monster within this alien world. So the match starts, and the 4 hunters have to find
parachuted in.
Yes,
you get dropped in.
Yes, and then these 4 hunters have to go after this monster. But it's not as simple as that. There's a lot of other creatures in this world as well.
Yes,
that the monster has to kill and level up by killing, and also you just have to survive as
it's
a hunter.
5-person online game.
The monster is controlled as well.
The monster is controlled as well, and it's its own control difficulty curve and everything like that.
Third-person perspective for the monster, but first-person for the humans.
And there's 4 different characters that you can choose between and everything like that. I'm all about this game. This is my shit.
I can totally see why this is your game.
You have your 4 people. You have the tracker, who is essentially like the most interesting looking guy. He has like a brimmed hat. He looks like a guy that's on a safari. He looks like what's his name from Jumanji.
Yeah.
You have the support class, the assault class, and the medic class. The support, assault, and medic are very true to their roles. They're very I'm really.
Is the tracker the one that can shoot the harpoon?
Yes.
And hold him down. Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of new to this whole. They have like the normal typical class. When you think medic, you think of a person that's going to heal and probably stays back and that's what she is. She's going to actually be in the background with a sniper if you want. But she also has a healing gun type thing that you can actually shoot to heal people. Yeah. So you'll actually see her running around healing people a lot. You have the support class that can actually, he has the big, gun, but he's going to have like a shield that he can pop up to surround everybody.
Yeah, I saw that. The monster can't escape. Now, can the humans escape it? I don't know if they can.
Yes.
They can go through this force field. Okay.
But you can't shoot into it.
Okay.
From what I understand. So, and then you have the assault, which is going to do, he has the machine gun. He also has like a bigger, big damage gun that, when you get close. But you have to get close. That's where the medic comes in.
Yes.
The medic can also shoot and a dart, like a tracking dart, onto the monster, so you can actually keep track of him. The most interesting character, though, is the tracker himself. Yeah. So the tracker's job, as you're going through, you don't know where this monster is, and as the monster,
but you can look at footprints.
Right.
You can look at birds.
As the tracker, So as the tracker, you're going to have a better visual, on-screen presence. From what I understand, if you're the tracker, you can see better in the game than any of the other characters can.
Yes.
So that's why you're the tracker. So you're actually going to have to hunt down this monster. You have to actually find him. So, like he said, you're going to track him by the footprints, but follow birds flying away, and then when he pops out, you have one weapon that if you time it, you have to time. Now it's all about timing for a lot of these things. You have to shoot a harpoon at him to keep him in keep him in place. It's a lot easier if the support class shoots out that dome to keep him in where he's at. The support can also call down like an aerial strike type thing. Yep. So they all have vital roles.
Pause you for 1 second. Someone's asking how to call in. It's the Level Up Show on Skype. We're only doing Skype, but I actually turned it offline for a second. Right after we finish our discussion, we'll open up the lines again. But what's kind of interesting is that in order for the monster to win, he has to kill all 4 humans at once. If he doesn't kill all 4, there's enough time for a human to respawn. You can respawn in this game. It's not like you're killed and you're done.
Yeah, when you die, there's like a time delay, but then they'll actually airdrop you in, via parachute. So and all characters, by the way, have jetpacks.
But I think if the monster dies, it's over.
If the monster dies, it's over.
So it's kind of smart for the monster to run at the beginning, actually. Start killing a lot of other monsters in the environment, level up, eat them, level up, become a more evolved monster, get more abilities, and then try and take on the humans.
Because if they find you right away as the monster, you're kind of screwed, because until you level up, you're kind of almost weak. I mean, you're not vulnerable. You're never weak. You're never really weak in per se, but against 4 people, you're very weak as you go on. And if you haven't seen the video yet, go watch the video. It's amazing.
The monster doesn't only have to kill humans to win, though. He could find the generator plant, go in there, break in, and kill all the scientists.
Right, but that's
another way to win.
It's also an alarm. Like, if you're going to do that, you're going to want to make sure that you level yourself up all the way. You're strong enough, because it's going to take some time to do that, but then they're going to know where you are. So you're going to want to kind of almost lure them to where you start at, deep into the thing, wait a while, level yourself up, and then do that. So there's a lot of, planning, a lot of strategy to this.
Now, my concern is that the characters won't have personality as they did in Left 4 Dead.
No.
They haven't shown it yet. They might.
They very well may, but honestly, I don't think that's really what this game is about.
I hope they have personality, to be honest with you. Now, that doesn't mean that there has to be a story there. There just has to be enough of this voice acting exchange, and you can get a handle on what the characters are all about through interactions.
And I'm going to guarantee you
that's what Left 4 Dead was all about, right?
Yeah. There was a little backstory. Left 4 Dead 2 more so than the first one.
Yeah.
But there was some backstory to Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
But in this, I don't think there's going to be a lot. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be backstory, but there's never going to be like a story like, oh, as a tracker you progress and this. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like you're going to get the backstory of what they came from and then what's going to happen.
So do you think there's enough here though? Because this is clearly like this looks like no campaign here. This is all multiplayer. Yes. Do you think there's enough there?
Okay. Left 4 Dead, look at what's done, and this is going to be their new take on Left 4 Dead. I mean, I'm sure they're going to create Left 4 Dead, but this is going to be their new thing.
I gotta say,
100%.
The monster when he breathes the fire, that is so cool looking.
Oh my god!
It's the way he spreads throughout the environment.
And I'm sure you've read. Cool. Did you actually get the chance to read their synopsis on IGN?
Yeah.
So a lot of few companies, journalists that gotten the chance to play Evolve, and in the early stages, they said they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
And some people are good, and you're going to have your class that you really specialize in.
Yeah.
It's going to be very similar to an MMO where you're like, oh, I'm really good at doing this guy.
Like for instance, my Ryan McCaffrey on IGN started off his review of sorts of what he played
as the monster,
almost saying like he didn't like it because he played as a monster first.
Right.
But then once he moved to the humans, he said he found his niche.
And then he went back and played as the monster, and he said even though it took a little getting used to, he got a little bit better.
Yeah. So there's going to be a class for everyone.
Right.
And yeah, I think this is going to be good.
I'm dying for this. So Evolve is definitely on my 100% buying list.
Okay.
So I'm
maybe not my type of game, but I do recognize that it looks like a really cool game.
Right.
It looks like the people like you that are into these co-op experiences, all about the multiplayer. It's going to be a big, great game for those people.
So you heard it from me. I'm going to be doing play sessions with you guys on Evolve.
Yeah.
Come later.
So that was our new segment called A Wild Game Appears. We're going to do it each week, and each week we're just going to take one game that a lot of people are asking about and really just go into it and discuss it big time.
And if there's any games, so we have to actually plan this out still a little bit too. So if there's any games that you guys really want to see, the more we hear about a particular game, that means the quicker we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So
I'm going to keep this short and sweet.
Yeah.
This one little bit here, but I want to do a rant.
I know.
It's going to be a short rant.
Yep, and it's going to be very powerful.
It's going to be very powerful. All right. This is not... It's a little bit of a touchy subject, actually. But I'm getting tired of seeing some of these streams on Twitch and Ustream. It's getting to be a bother. Like, people need to start having a message or something here. There needs a moral compass and also like a direction.
I like that, moral compass.
Moral compass especially, that's a given. I'm tired of seeing borderline porn on even Ustream, okay? Like, I don't care if you're not on Twitch, I don't want to see it at all. Like, take it somewhere else. There's live cam and porn, millions of hours of it online, and I'm talking to the people watching it too. You're a part of the problem as well. Stop watching it. This isn't for that. This is PlayStation 4. This is Twitch. Like, this is a gaming-centric thing. You're going to ruin it for everybody. Eventually, Sony might say we're taking Playroom off the stream list. Because people are... Eventually, there's going to be something that happens. There's going to be something that is so offensive that Sony's going to have to take action.
Like rape.
Like rape. Or something like that, exactly. If that happens, I'm going to be pissed! Like...
Angry!
I'm going to be angry. Like, I'm tired of seeing this.
Yeah.
And I'm not just the porn stuff. I got to be honest. I'm getting tired of just seeing people sit around and bullshit. And just a couple of girls sitting there and trying to drag in viewers sitting at the front, and then the people in the back just sitting there waiting to see the comment list go up and the viewer list.
Right.
It takes away from what this could actually be.
Right.
This could be a very effective way for people like us that love this medium to collaborate with you guys and share our love for this industry and do something cool and innovative, something that hasn't been done before in gaming. So I know Twitch has been around for a little while now, but this is something that's really bringing it to a mainstream audience with PS4 and eventually Xbox One. We need to take it seriously. We need to do the right thing. Stop taking it to these borderline porn areas and stop just bullshitting. Do something like worth putting up on here, and this could turn into something really cool.
You do have to keep in mind the Second Amendment.
It's not.
I understand.
I'm just saying.
You are perfectly welcome to go on Ustream.
You're not allowed to do that. We're not saying if you do that, we're not going to. Right. It's not. We're not saying that we're not going to like you. We're not going to let you watch our stream. If
you're talking about First Amendment.
First Amendment,
right? Second Amendment is right to bear arms.
Right, we do have a right to bear arms too.
That's it. Well, don't do that on the Ustream.
Regardless, it's not about that.
This is my right.
It's okay. We're great that you guys and I've seen multiple things. I love dudes. Sorry, I love women. Sorry, dude, and stuff like that. I don't tell us what to do. But it's one of those things where if you like what we're doing, if you like the whole Twitch and Ustream thing, if you keep supporting that stuff, it's not going to be there. They're going to have enough of it. They already almost did that one time very early in stage, and they said, we're going to give them the credit. Yeah. This is going to go away, and that's what's going to happen. It's eventually...
The thing that Twitch did from the start is they're making it so Playroom is no longer visible on Twitch. That's their one way of combating this.
Right.
But if it keeps going like this, and it keeps getting worse and worse, we're going to lose this.
Right.
And it's not just us on here. There's really cool streams, like Sunday at 7.
Right.
And stuff like that are really cool, guys just trying to talk to you guys and have a conversation. That could go away. Right. And I really don't want to see that happen.
Right. It's not, and even, you kind of went to the point of, saying, oh, if they're just going to sit there and, bullshit. If they're going to do that even, I'm even okay with that. It's all the fucking nudity in that bullshit.
Yeah.
There's so much porn. And they're like, oh, I like chicks. Go the fuck on your computer, watch porn, get it off, get it out of your system, and then come back to this.
There's millions
There's
of free
so
hours.
many, and it's so pathetic.
And if you want to see something live, there's cam shows, too. Just so you know.
And they're free just as much as this is. And it's so pathetic that you need to use this. I get it. You get to do it on your PS4. Congratulations, you're fucking special. Fuck.
Alright. We're done. Alright, moving on.
A lot of people didn't like that.
I don't give a shit. They're pathetic. And
I had to get it out of my system.
Annoying.
I had to get it out of my system. Alright, so that's my rant. We love all you guys. Because
Smile.
You guys are,
we have so many
trying to... You guys are trying to take part in something like this. It's just us trying to have a conversation. You're trying to have a conversation about an industry that you love. So all you guys in here, we love you being here, obviously. You're doing the right thing. Just try, watch stuff like this. Watch stuff that actually has a purpose. A little bit. If you're sitting there waiting an hour, hoping that you're going to see some nudity, you're doing it wrong.
Someone even just said if they're going to do it for not for Twitch but for Ustream, even do an 18+ section if they really need to. And that's I'm okay with that, and they really should. I completely agree with that, but it's going to kill all this stuff.
We're done.
We're done.
So now, moving off of that, let's move into a very lighthearted
love
segment about love.
Love.
Because it was Valentine's Day this past Friday, and we love to talk about the greatest love stories in video games. Let me see here, make sure the line is open. The line is open. Anyone who wants to call and share, I'm going to start and say the obvious, The Last of Us.
I thought you were talking about me, that you loved me. Oh, man.
I thought there was going to be another one that was going to be
The Last of Us, I think, is a really obvious new addition to love stories.
I thought you were going to go right away to Final Fantasy VII.
No, I don't want to go there right away. I want to go Last of Us.
I think Final Fantasy VII story is kind of like...
It has a nice love story in there, though.
I think it's overrated. Way overrated.
He ended it. Okay. Call back Jason if you want. But I just love... we're talking about all love here. That's why I'm saying The Last of Us. Because it's a great father-daughter type love story. Okay. Hey, Jason. How you doing, man?
Okay. He's doing great.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
There's some weird stuff going on right now.
Alright, anyway.
This is a new guy. Hey, Jordan, you're on the Level Up show. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
it's going great, man. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about love stories in games?
Nah, yeah, I just had 2 questions.
Okay.
Yeah. I was asking, do you think they'll bring Skyrim to PS4 since so many PS3 people had problems with it?
That's a good question, actually.
For PS4, and you know what the problem...
They had enough issues on PS3.
Right, I'll tell you right now, it's probably going to be 50-50. What you brought up, that idea is great, but then it would be leaving Xbox people out, so they would have to bring it to both.
I do think they owe Sony, but maybe...
I think he hung up.
Yeah, I guess he did.
No.
Oh, there he is. He's still there.
Right,
maybe they owe him by giving us some Fallout 4 or something or other, or maybe there's something they can do to repay their PlayStation audience in a way.
I don't think so. Maybe what they'll do is they'll do like a greatest games collection at some point and give you some great games. So maybe they'll do like Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, and then something else, or just maybe those 2.
To be honest, I don't think.
I don't think it's going to happen. But if it is, I think.
I do think they owe us, though. Yeah, Jordan, I agree with that.
Great.
Is there anything else you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah, what do you think about the Titanfall AI? I haven't been able to play the beta because I don't really have a PC for it.
All I've seen is video. It does look borderline, mentally disabled.
Right, and I think we actually talked about it a little while ago, and I think Daryl was saying something about it too. Yeah. They're very, you'll be right in front of one, and they won't even shoot you sometimes. But you brought up a good point that Drew was saying.
It's cannon fodder for those people that don't.
For the people that don't really aren't used to games like that, it's a way for them to rack up a little bit more kills and everything like that. But then more experienced players, I'm guessing like possibly you and myself, who have played games like this much more and know the tricks and everything like that, we can do very, very well.
My one worry, I think they need to balance it, is that auto aim pistol, because really all I'm seeing in like these videos is they pull out the auto aim pistol, and you can like target 3 guys at once, and usually people just go around looking for the AI. They'll target like 3 of them at once, use the auto aim pistol, and kill them. Like no problem, like easy as hell. So that's a little. I think they need to balance a little bit, but.
Do you think it's gonna cripple the game?
No, not cripple. I think it's because it's in beta. I think they were testing that out, and I'm honestly going to be very surprised if it's not something that's fixed.
Yeah, I think they'll improve it.
I think they'll change it, but no, I think actually the AI is going to be an improvement overall, and that's why 66 works very well.
Yeah. So I think expect it to improve, but right now I think it is a little worrisome. Actually, we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, thanks for taking my call. This is the first time I got to watch you guys.
Oh
great. Well,
thanks for watching, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Hope you come back.
Yeah, thanks. It's a little weird too because it's like the screen's like 5 seconds later, 10 seconds.
There's about a 30-second delay.
Yeah, it's a big delay actually. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just the way Twitch works.
All right, thanks guys. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Cool. Where were we? So yeah, Last of Us is my first one for sure. I think that's just a wonderfully told story in general, but the father-daughter relationship is so powerful in that game, and
that to me is a big one too, especially the father. Right, as a father, especially that beginning. I even told you, man. Like I can't
imagine.
Oh my god, I was just like, I didn't have Danny when I was playing it.
Yeah.
So actually, it was like 11:30 at night when I played that part, and I called Katie, and I was just like, I need to talk to Danny.
Yeah.
Like I literally was like, I was
game.
like, and she was sleeping, so I didn't get to. But yeah, no. So that's actually I like that one a lot.
I think a lot of people are going to go to Final Fantasy VII, but the thing about Final Fantasy VII actually is it's a little weird because it's more of a love triangle. Actually.
Right. It's not. Yeah.
You got Tifa and Aeris, and I still don't know who's on more.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh god, so what's going on? I don't like Final Fantasy love stories.
Gregory!
Best friend.
Party people in the crib and the Level Up Show, and we're talking about love, and I love all my Level Up people, yeah.
We're getting so many calls, I can't even see him. Greg, what is your favorite love story in gaming?
Okay, so I really did think about this. You took my Last of Us one, but I think I'm gonna go with Walking Dead's Lee and Clementine.
Great.
Only because they kind of did the father-daughter thing again, but it was one of those things where it wasn't a thing where Joel had Sarah and then he kind of replaced her with Ellie. It was like Lee didn't even have a daughter, and then he loved her like a daughter, and he coddled her like a little baby. Baby, go.
Definitely. Clemmy. Yeah.
I remember. I like that, yeah.
I don't know if I like the nickname Clemmy, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
It is weird, but it's Clem. That's what they call her in the game. But I completely agree. I actually started The Last of Us, I think probably right after I beat Walking Dead, and I remember going into The Last of Us thinking, like, I feel like I just played this game.
Right.
Like, but they did a different thing. I'm glad they did a different thing with The Last of Us. It obviously ends completely different than Walking Dead does. But yeah, I think that's a wonderfully told story in The Walking Dead. And I think that's why I think a lot of people are having trouble with Season 2. It's just you can't top that relationship that you had in the first season. They're going to have a tough time beating that, I think.
Right.
Have you started Season 2 yet?
I haven't. Oh, sorry, you're right there.
Hey, it's Greg.
Greg, he's back! I haven't started Season 2 just because I'm so on PS4 now that...
yeah, that's what I'm at,
yeah.
I eventually hope they're going to port it to PS4, and if they do, I only played Season 1 after they released it all on disc.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait. I don't have the patience to say coming up next week. I can't do that.
That's exactly what I did.
Especially with the story like Walking Dead, I like to sit down and play it all in one big chunk.
Yeah, right. Completely agree, man. Thank you for calling, Gregory.
Got it. Love you guys more than my own existence.
Love you, man.
More than my own existence. He's so funny.
I love Greg.
We gotta play for. No, he actually paid for himself to come down here one night.
Why don't you go ahead?
Mine's going to be a little bit interesting. Braid.
Okay. I never played Braid. I know about the love story that is involved.
It's great, and it definitely, again, speaks to me in ways, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
Basically, this guy fucks up.
Yeah.
And, fucks up a lot. So he's going through all these trials and everything like that, trying to get his love back.
FF8 has a pretty good love story. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy VIII is probably the most romance heavy
Mark
of all of them.
that one.
Yeah, Mark doesn't like Final Fantasy love stories, I guess.
No, not Final Fantasy love stories. I just don't think Final Fantasy VII's love story is like this huge thing.
It's not much of a love story.
It's not, and everybody's like, oh my god.
I agree. But the swords, 8, 9, and 10 are much more of a love story.
Yes, especially 10 and 8.
Hey, Jason. Welcome back again. I can't get a hold of you for some reason. You there?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here.
All right. Is there a love story that you want to mention?
No.
Okay. What do you want to talk about, man?
What do you want to talk about, man?
Okay, I got one question. It's a random question.
Oh my God.
What is for real PS Home?
That's something that is not on PS4 actually. PS Home is a social service that was on PlayStation 3, a hub for people to get together in this virtual world and kind of do activities together. I guess you could say. You could bowl, you could go shopping, you could go to the mall, you could go to amusement parks. It was this like social experiment of sorts, kind of like Second Life. Have you ever heard of that? They decided not to bring it over to PS4 at least yet. I could see maybe them trying to do something similar in the future. I always thought that they should try and kind of bring Little Big Planet into that and kind of do this whole Little Big Planet world for everyone to come into and create their own character and have this social environment. But right now it's a PS3 thing. It's not on PS4. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
What is the South Park game that's coming out? Is it an MMO? Is it like a Mario and Luigi type game?
Well, it's not Mario and Luigi. It's basically it's an RPG.
It's a turn-based RPG.
Turn-based RPG. You're gonna basically go in there, create your own new South Park person, and you're the new kid in town, and you're gonna basically do whatever you can to fit in. But what happens is the whole town and soon the whole world is involved in this giant like LARPing session. Yeah, this live action RPG session. So you have to create your character and there's different classes and you can add people to your team and everything like that. But you'll go in and do turn-based fighting.
But I think what attracts us the most is that the comedy is really solid.
The whole thing basically, it's going to play out like you're controlling a South Park episode.
Yeah, it really looks great. If you haven't seen it, check out the 13-minute intro video that's up on IGN. It shows the beginning of the game, and if you watch this and you still don't want it, then probably isn't for you. But I watched it and I was like, I am getting this game. This
I only watched
awesome.
parts of it because I didn't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, but we should move on to some other calls, man. So thank you for calling, though.
All right.
See you, man.
Have a good night, man.
That was so great. You want to talk about a love story? No.
No. That was awesome. You forgot to record this, by the way.
Oh crap! I did.
All right.
You want to start now?
No, don't even worry about it. We're already
Hold on.
almost done. All right. Go ahead. Do it.
The controller turned off. Hold on one sec, guys. I might as well grab some of it. We might get another 10 minutes out of this.
Yeah. But anyway, so
Hold on. 1 sec. So our topic of the week this week is the greatest love stories in gaming. Our stream is frozen.
Killed our stream. I told you not to worry about it.
Hopefully it comes back in a second. But what we're talking about is the greatest love stories in gaming. We've already talked about The Last of Us. We've talked about The Walking Dead, Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10. I think another one I think would be a good one to mention is Shadow of the Colossus and Eco.
And someone else did say that too.
Someone did say that.
Actually, we were talking about that the other day too. There's a lot that we have, but yeah, Shadow Eco and Ico, Shadow Eco, whatever. I don't know what the hell I just said. Yeah,
Compton, we did not block you because we can see you right now.
I think Drew just screwed up our stream.
No, okay. There are some question marks.
Yes, Drew, you just.
Can people not see anything right now? We can still hear you.
They can still hear us, I
guess.
guess.
Hold on a sec. Let's see if we can get this back.
Gee, yeah, I'm surprised nobody's mentioned Mario yet besides NorCal Gam Gam.
Alright, hold on 1 sec, guys. Stay in the room.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What happened?
Drew decided to start recording mid.
Oh my god, it's like. Oh, Playroom, I think, froze.
Alright, hurry up.
So let me.
Fail. We get it, let's go. We get it, it's E for everybody.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Ooh, got a call back already, dude.
Just start.
We're back.
Man, we're getting some good comments about romances, though. Booker and Elizabeth, Nathan Drake and Alina.
What is going on with this game?
Dude, you broke it.
What is happening? Oh my god, something is happening, guys. Something really weird is happening.
I think you just broke your camera.
I broke something. We still have everyone in here, though. So I'm going to say one more time. I'm going to restart the PS4 because if people are in here, please hold on maybe like 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Jason, man, keeps calling. Pretty crazy. All right, so let me just shut down the system real quick.
I need a camera.
Nah, I doubt it. Well, how would the camera be broke?
Dude, it can happen. It's electronics. It happens all the time. I think you broke it though. And when it froze, that was just the image retained on the actual system. When you went back,
the playroom froze.
No, I think it was actually also the camera as well. That makes sense. If the camera froze, that's why.
If they're still in there, Mark, could you just let them know they were coming back?
Yep. I'll keep mentioning it.
How long you got? You have long enough to go take a piss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the handle's broken.
Great.
And apparently I bought the wrong handle. And now I can't.
We'll find out in a second if the camera's broken because it should see me right now. No, that's fine. Yeah, I think the camera's broken. Alright, let's see. Another minute and we'll be back.
I'd love to know where that receipt went.
Alright, I'm just going to start sharing now. I think I can. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. See if you guys can see us. There we go. We're back.
Hey!
And we're back!
Yay!
Mike's taking a piss.
Oh!
We'll be right back in a second, guys.
Yep.
Alright, so we were talking about the greatest love stories in gaming, guys. Oh, there's Asobi. Let's get rid of you, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't want you. Alright, so what do we got? Anyone got any great... What were some mentions for love stories?
Okay, so some good mentions. We had, I mentioned before, NorCal Gam Gam said Mario and Peach.
Yeah.
Which is like, wait, really?
There's
Nobody
not much of a story there, but it's established,
it's
right?
Princess.
It's assumed.
It's Princess and Plumber, you know, the classic love story.
Thank you for welcoming us back. I don't know what happened. Like, we had like a crazy freeze or something.
Skydiver. We had GFN is saying Booker and Elizabeth for like this year.
I don't know if I want to spoil what relationship that is.
Yeah,
but it is a great relationship.
It's still an affectionate thing.
No, definitely. It's a love story for sure.
And
Elena. That is a total like pulp action, like classic, like action story type love story.
Yeah.
Really well told, really comedic. So here we go again. I want to say Ni no Kuni, definitely.
Yeah.
The story between Ollie and his mom, and the fight to bring her back from the dead and go to this other fantastical world. And it was a really, really well told Studio Ghibli type story. I really loved that game. That was one of my favorite games of last generation for sure.
Yeah, we got a mention by of Shepard and Liani Tsam.
I never played Mass Effect. I'm not gonna lie.
The big thing is with Mass Effect though is you can really like tailor your relationships not just to romances but allies as well.
Yeah.
And it's very customizable in that degree. So. Nothing. I don't know if anything is really canon in that game because I haven't played it myself. But
I was always more about Drake and Elena guy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Greg is saying he's a Drake and Chloe guy.
Yeah,
Chloe's the other little love interest in there, but I always loved Elena much more.
I did too.
There we go. We got a co-host, new co-host. The greatest love stories in gaming, right here.
Actually, what was one of the first things I made you? What did it have on it?
That's true. She made me a little like a box to hold like collectibles in and whatnot, but it was a Final Fantasy VIII themed box with like all the like the love type pictures from Final Fantasy VIII.
It had the two of them like in love.
Renoa and Squall dancing.
It had them dancing.
Blue Gnosis has a really good one that I'm kind of ashamed I didn't think of before, but Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine has a really cool story. I played a lot of it. I still need to play the whole thing though. That game is like
it's really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird, but I like it.
Weird. Love is over.
Yeah, but I love like the communication, like the
sorry, Mike.
between all the guys.
Hey. Yeah, I mean you got Ezio. This guy's bringing up.
Hey Dan, you're on the Level Up show. Do you have a love story that you wanna share with us?
No.
Okay. No one wants to talk about love.
Whatever.
What do you want to talk about, man?
First of all, I'm really nervous to call you guys. So there's a big delay. I see that.
There's a very big delay. But why are you nervous?
I don't know. It's like you guys are celebrities or something.
Oh my god, no way.
That's funny, and multiple people have said that, and like I even got recognized in real life multiple times, and it's weird because we're just friends that talk about games, so it's actually kind of funny. But
we got like 150 people in here, you know. But we're definitely not famous by any means. But thank you, I guess. What do you want to talk about, man?
Well, first, I am a fan of yours, Drew.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I want to kind of go reiterate a little bit about your rant that you had a little earlier about the streams.
Yeah, I'm just getting tired of it. Does that like offend you or?
No, I am so on agreement with you about that. I'm really frustrated over it, and I think what bothers me is I'll tune in thinking it's just a regular family and they're just having fun, and all of a sudden there's a lot of bad language and someone's pulling their clothes off, and then what bothers me is their arrogance. They'll say, well, we just got banned a few moments ago and then we just created a new account and we're back on. It's just, seems to be there's no way to stop it, and I'm kind of frustrated over that.
That's for great.
So I want to know, is it Sony or is it Ustream or Twitch? Who is controlling that? Because if someone can just arrogantly go just get a new account and come back, then there's no way to control this crap.
Right now it's Twitch and Ustream. They're the ones in control of those systems. They're the ones that moderate on their own sites. They have moderators. The problem is, I think Sony's a little at fault for this as well. They need to get together with Twitch and Ustream and get a report button like right at the top left, right of the screen, so that you can report anyone immediately. There needs to be a little bit more moderation, obviously. I don't think maybe Twitch or Ustream expected this necessarily. PS4 is accounting for like 20% of like the streams on Twitch right now, and I don't think maybe they expected it to be that big, and they're having trouble controlling the traffic. I hope it gets better over time, but everyone involved needs to get on the ball and really try and take control of this thing before it gets out of hand and we lose access to it. And a lot of people that are trying to do something I guess you could consider cool and fun and informative will lose out on something that really could have been a big deal.
I agree.
It's scary for us just because we love doing this so much, and we're in our 12th episode now. We don't want to lose this.
And it's going to go away.
I hope it really doesn't.
But it's going.
You guys have a really good class show. That's one thing I really like about it. As a matter of fact, there's not enough of them, and I think that's what I was understood that this is what the whole point of the PlayStation Live was for, so people can talk about video games, not talk about sex and start performing sexual acts and everything. And these oversexed teenagers are driving me nuts.
I agree.
Man, it's kind of funny because when it first started, I don't think anyone expected the Playroom to be used like this, actually.
No.
I think everyone was just kind of like, it's going to be used for streaming your games, talking to people while you stream your games, but then Spartan Show started this thing, turning it into a talk show, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is so cool, and it really was at the beginning, and it started off that everyone was like, let's do this, let's get on board with this and have some fun with gaming talk shows, and then it only took a few days before some person decided to turn it into the sexual pornography.
Look at my bed. Yeah, we all have beds.
It's disgusting, and I don't want to say it. I can't really do much about it. Ustream, you're allowed to do that on Ustream, I think. But they really should start doing some type of like a 18+ type system where you can mark it as not safe for work or something. Like say this is a mature thing, block out the icon, have parental controls involved for parents to be able to block those type of streams right off the bat. They need to do a lot of things to improve this service.
Well, I definitely agree with you, and I hope it does get better. But right now, they're bringing down the curve.
Yeah, I know, and I know a lot of streams that are doing that kind of stuff get a lot more viewers than we do.
But if you think about it, it's only been since November.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 months.
Yeah, but the fear.
Listen to the Smurf.
The fear for us is that like we kind of see our numbers going down, and we feel like potentially we're just
going down and down.
Well,
we're plateauing.
We're plateauing or whatever you want to say, and I feel like maybe the reason for that potentially is that a lot of people just want to watch this porn on here instead. They just everyone is just getting sidetracked, like waiting to see something. They go into these streams and they wait hours because a girl is promising at 1,000 views to take off her shirt, and it takes everyone away from the stuff that could be informative and fun. And so it's a little worrisome for us.
Well, I agree. Once again, I agree. I just hope it does get better. But right now, and I understand what Kristen was saying. It started back only since November. But I just hope they do, because it's becoming no fun. You know, there's not a lot of games out right now for PlayStation 4, so I like the fact that you can do other things on there.
Yeah.
But I'm not going on here to look at somebody else's boobs.
Yes.
I can do that in other places.
Right, exactly.
Thank you so much for calling, man. Great.
Thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye. Have a good
All
night.
right, bye.
So we've had a few other good mentions of love stories. The Rise Up Irish mentioned a while ago. Marston and his family.
Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption. That's such a great game. That's one of my favorite games of last generation. And the fight for redemption, but also the fight for his family and whatnot is really powerful in that game.
There's a couple other ones.
Dragon Age.
Never played Dragon Age.
Warden.
No,
Neither
I never finished it really. So, but apparently that has a really big one. So.
Any others that you can think of?
Oh, there was a lot. I mean, there's Dante and was it Trish?
Okay.
Someone said Jack and the biker chick that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them. I already said Braid, but I mean, we had to mention Mario.
Yeah,
Mario and Daisy, Mario and Peach, Mario and Rosalina.
Yes.
Mario gets around.
He gets around. Yeah, for sure, man.
So,
Yo, man, it's Luigi and Peach.
It's a
Or not
Mario.
Luigi and Daisy.
You're right.
My bad. Luigi and Daisy.
You know what, Andrew? You should wear my shirt. Like, you never wear this, and it's more for you.
I should wear that.
This is my shirt. I used to wear it to bed all the time.
Everybody loves an
It
Italian
says,
boy.
everybody loves an Italian boy. And it has Mario, and he's like, oh.
And then someone else, and Jason said, now I think he might have, or somebody else said Booker and.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, and I don't want to spoil what that relationship is necessarily,
don't say anything.
but it is a powerful relationship,
God,
and it has a really cool turn out at the end. If you haven't played Bioshock Infinite,
That was another game that really got me.
Yeah, one of the best stories in gaming last year for sure.
I don't know what that means even.
I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. We'll go a little bit further. Anyone else got any? We'll stop at 12:30. Oh, I was backwards. Damn, I was looking at the screen and I was reversed.
12:35.
All right, so I mean, we can probably end it.
Yeah, I think we can end there.
Peter Griffin and Lois,
Cut that
perfect
off
love
and,
story.
Let me make sure I shut
And
down
if we
this
didn't get
offline
to
now.
all your questions, inbox noob guru. Sorry, I keep touching your head.
Whatever.
It doesn't feel bad though.
No, it feels good.
And
right?
also Drew.
Add us on all these different things here. Please heart us on Twitch. You'll get notifications when we go live. Follow us on Twitter for updates as far as topic of the week. You can let us know what you think topic of the week should be next week. Facebook is the same. And then finally at the bottom, please add, I think Mike is full, but please add me.
Add me anyway, just in case I might be able to get to it. So
Drew can game together and we can just message back and forth and talk
Bruce
about
Wayne and Alfred.
everything. Shadow of the Colossus did have a great love story. It turned out to be pretty depressing in the end, but I do love like the fight to bring her back, even like to go into like those dark territories. And you know, obviously it turns out bad for the main character, but it is definitely a love story. My daughter is 21 and still is upset over FF7.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Tifa and Aeris are both love interests in that game, and I still don't know really who Cloud was all about. That's why I kind of don't know how to feel about FF7. It's like I don't know who he loved. I feel like it's Aeris more than Tifa, to be honest. I feel like Tifa was more of a childhood friend, and Aeris was the love interest.
That's probably the best
shot
one right
away.
there. What Greg said, me and Mike.
But thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Yeah, guys, thank you. I know we won't have as many people. I have it.
We'll have music, but I want to say real quick that we are the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated video stream. We're on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after The Walking Dead ends. We talk about the big news stories from the past week. We talk about what we've been playing. We have
we're not doing that either.
Come on.
So please add us and watch us next Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love all of you, and we really we appreciate you because you guys are watching something that isn't just this kind of.
It's a passion of ours,
Yeah.
and it's yours. I keep telling people, it's not our show, it's our show. It's our show, it's your show. That's why we want your calls, we want your comments. We try to respond to everything, so, you know, we're definitely deep into it.
So let's end it off again with another song.
Snake in America.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. We're going back. Did we do this on already?
No.
Look at that guy. He looks so weird.
Is that Hasselhoff?
No, it's all good.